The noise it makes just for that.
I know, right?
That's great. Is that really like and sponsored by him or something?
Yeah, sponsored by Conor McGregor.
That's pretty cool.
Proper number 12, Irish whiskey. He's funny because I guess in oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, we're
Still going.
Yeah, we're
All right,
live,
like,
but I fucked up
hey.
this other camera.
Damn cameras.
Damn
Technical
camera.
difficulties, guys. Oh, I don't even know.
I don't even work here.
I was brought here against my will, guys. Please call someone. I'm kidding.
He's like, we're
Kidding.
gonna hang out.
I'm kidding.
Not do a podcast. Now look at us. We're here doing a podcast.
Oh, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to MuseMeTV episode 202. Yeah, heck yeah.
202. Let's go, man.
Killing
That's
it.
awesome. Holy shit.
Killing it out there,
I can't
dude.
believe you've been doing it for. How long do you think you've been doing it for?
25 years.
Jesus Christ. I wouldn't even doubt it at this point.
No, what is the first one? I can't even remember. Well,
It was a while back.
we're going through some scrolling.
It's good.
We're scrolling. Oh, we just passed episode 100. We're scrolling.
Does it freak you out seeing all those old episodes?
Yeah, a little bit. 5 years ago.
5 years. 5 years in the making, guys. This is amazing.
Yep.
It's crazy. You don't know what's going on until what? 1,000, you said?
Yeah, and to get to 1,000. I'm not even close to it. When is the exact date? Doesn't show me exact date. Oh, January 1st. Oh, yeah. Right at the start of the new year. I was like,
That's beautiful.
January 1st,
Beautiful.
2018. Dude, you were the first episode guest, dude. Look at this. Look at this hair.
Look at that.
Look at this
Look at
dude.
that.
Look at him, man.
Jesus Christ. They have the same pants. That's awesome.
I definitely have the same hat.
That's so bad. Dude, that's a cool hat, man.
Oh, man.
That's so badass. Jesus Christ. I like that. Oh, that fucking mural in the background, man.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was sick. That was so bad.
I don't know how copyrights or anything work, so if it gets taken off of, if
still don't
this
know.
video
I
gets taken
know,
off,
right? Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
202 episodes later, I still haven't figured out if it's gonna get taken
Oh
down
my
or not.
God.
But yeah, first episode, man. That's crazy.
I had this question just the other day. Do you feel weird hearing your own voice? Are you like, oh my God, that's what I sound like?
No, I don't really listen to myself that much.
I try not to either, but still, man, it just comes out wonky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should listen to some of the old podcasts because, like, I probably can get ideas for like stand up and shit like that, different jokes and stuff like that we talk
That's
about.
fucking genius, man. You really should. Oh my God. Who knows what'll come up in the old stuff?
I still haven't gotten used to alcohol, man.
Dude, it's
I'm like, yeah, this is worth it.
I can't even imagine, man. But I freak out whenever like people in movies are just like no face. No
Yeah.
face whatsoever, man.
I'm trying to get into the habit of not drinking it with like a chaser or anything, like mixed drinks or anything like that. Like, you know, you gotta taste what it is.
I'm trying to get drunk. Drunk as fuck.
You're like screwdrivers all day.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
That's
That's how it's done.
That probably is the best way. Like that's why you drink Bud Light. You hear about that controversy?
Dude, that fucking shit's crazy.
Yeah.
The whole.
Uh,
I just remember in a Joe Rogan episode, they're just like, oh, it's down like, I don't remember how many percentage, but they're like, I don't like that it's endorsed by them. Even though their whole campaign ad for it is like, oh, we gotta be more diverse. And all this, even though they're losing the actual beer lovers out there, man.
yeah, that's true, right? Well, beer lovers are weird in themselves too. Like, there's some that are like, I would never drink that kind of beer. You know, I want a real good tasting beer. And I'm just like, what? My taste buds don't even know the difference half the time. So that's the worst part about it.
I agree. Oh my God. I feel like a lot of them do taste kind of the same, but I guess it's a whole preference thing at that point.
Okay, so Davian showed me that there's this guy, he's trying to market on the whole Bud Light thing.
Awesome.
So they made a rival Bud Light company.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see if this comes up.
Damn. You got competition, Bud Light.
Dude, it's so ridiculous.
Sponsor us.
Let's see.
I'll be whatever you want for taste.
I didn't get it right. Damn it. I hate this. This isn't even it. This is some news report that's going to be very controversial.
Elevators suck.
Well, no one's going to believe us now because it's on Fox News. They're going to be like, oh, wait.
They're the biggest liars out there, man. Sorry. I don't mean that.
Well, I mean,
Don't cancel me.
yeah, we don't trust news. What are you going to say? I don't even remember. I used to watch that other guy too. What's his name? I used to watch the Chinese guy. Remember China Uncensored?
Oh yeah, dude.
Now-
That guy was awesome.
now-
I'm sure he can't even go there anymore.
Now I hear like he's like bought out by the media. Like
Really?
he doesn't even give you the
Oh
facts
my
anymore.
God. It's that money, man. Money makes you go crazy.
I'm like, how is that even possible for any of us? All right, this is the new Bud Light. Let's check it out. This is new Bud Light, dog. New Bud Light, dog.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use. That's why I created Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer.
100%.
As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values.
Dude, I'm backing all this up.
And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm all endorsing this, man. This is amazing.
You're
Buy
like, how
yours
can I get a
online
box of
or
this
use
right
Dude,
now?
Dude, he's convinced me to buy a whole box
Tastes
of
like
this
freedom.
bad.
Tastes like freedom.
Freedom taste sucks.
Yeah.
If it's anything like Bud Light, then it's just gonna taste like a beer.
I don't. Yeah, Bud Light. I see that. Yeah, like I said,
there's no big deal.
I kind of can taste difference once in a while, but Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors Light,
There-
Coors. I feel like they're all by the same.
Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all remember Corona out there, right, guys? Jesus, not the virus, the beer.
I know, right? Yeah. I saw a video about the way Corona's made. I guess that's why they're the only bottle that's like in a clear bottle. Because have you ever heard of this process called skunking?
No,
I guess if you leave a beer out, it like kind of it ruins it.
decarbonates and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
it tastes flat.
It tastes weird and gross or whatever. It's called your beer got
Yeah.
skunked or whatever.
That sucks.
I
I didn't know there was a word for it.
I know, right?
Jesus.
Dude, you know how I figured it out from is Matt Pack, the guy that does like film theory and game
Oh,
theory stuff like that.
Okay.
He has a new one. He's called Food Theory.
He's done with video games, guys. Now it's all reality.
But yeah, he talked about that, and I guess they made a formula so that if the sun does hit the bottle, and it makes the beer,
More fizzy or something?
yeah, then it's okay.
That's genius.
Still tastes good.
man.
So
oh my god.
Mexicans know what's going on. They're like, we outside in the hot all day. We gotta drink a beer in the hot, and the sun hits it.
You forget
This is the
about
worst
it, yeah.
accent ever.
What's cool? I mean, the future is here, man. I love it. Everything about it is just so insane.
Yeah, alcohol's intense,
I'm glad it's still around.
right?
I mean, this whole new generation feels like they're snowflakes enough to be like, oh, I don't like the taste. I mean, we do make those new little like brand beers, right? Like
White Claw.
White Claw, yeah, yeah, like those and stuff. So I guess we are changing those for their personal consumption.
White Claw's not bad though. It's okay. I'll drink it.
All right, well,
You're like, well,
endorsed.
Drink a Bud Light then, dude. But yeah, White Claws are cool. They're okay.
You might as well.
Nah.
Jesus, dude.
Keep woke out of our beer.
Dude, it was so convincing. I won't even argue with the fact that I would drink it.
I could just
How long
imagine.
until they start selling it in like bars and stuff?
Dude, I can't even find like certain comedians' alcohol. Like I'm trying to. Mark Norman and Sam Morrell have a podcast called We Might Be Drunk, and they have their own whiskey now. It's called Bodega Cat.
Doesn't everybody?
I know they do.
Screwball peanut butter.
Yeah, the fucking
Bodega.
Bodega Cat. I want to try it so bad.
You have to buy this all online, huh?
Probably.
That sucks, man.
And unless they're like a big distributor. So I think me and David were talking about, they probably have all these comedians' whiskeys and stuff at Joe Rogan's club.
I wouldn't doubt it. I honestly would not doubt it.
See,
Dude, if he's friends with most of these guys anyway, so I mean, like, you go over to the bar and you're like, can I have a Bodega Cat shot or something? They got it. They got it ready. They're like, boom. You know, $1 of this goes to Mark Norman, right?
I know, right? I want that one so bad. A Bodega Cat, yeah.
Is it flavored with anything, or is it just straight?
No, it's like
straight
rye whiskey.
rye whiskey. Jesus Christ, that's a cool name though.
Yep.
Bodega Cat.
Yep.
Where does it come from?
I don't know, Illinois. Just kidding. Where does alcohol come from?
Basement of some guy.
Distilled in India.
Nice.
In India.
Cheapest way to do it.
Yep.
Overseas.
It's cut with what? Apricots, minimal caramel, full of caramel, vanilla, with a bump in proof, a nice kick of rye spice.
That doesn't sound too bad.
I
to
know,
be
right?
honest.
Damn it, I want one now.
Oh, I see it. It says $44.99 for a bottle. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's on onlineliquor.com.
God, dude.
Well, there's this,
What's the highest you would ever spend on a bottle? Say if it was endorsed by someone you did enjoy.
I say $50.
You would?
Yeah.
You would? Oh my god. Well, I can argue with that. It would last a while at the least. How long have you had the screwball one?
That's the second bottle, so I've had it for a while.
Damn.
But dude, look at stuff like this, dude. Like fucking Tiger Thick. That's another comedian. His name is Brendan Schaub. Yeah.
Schaub?
Schaub, yeah.
Schwab.
And he does Tiger Thick.
That's cool. Holy shit.
That guy's hated in the comedy community.
How is it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, that sucks.
But I don't know what this one's made out of.
Who do you go to start your own whiskey company?
I know, right?
Do they approach you? They're like, hey, man, can you want a whiskey?
This one is 55% Indiana bourbon and 45% Japanese whiskey.
Japanese.
That's where the tiger comes in, and then the Indiana is the thick.
Nice.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's pretty cool. That's
know.
awesome.
No.
Jesus
Well, we're
Christ.
still looking at alcohol.
Hey, anything goes, right? No.
Alcohol's weird though. Like I wouldn't understand most of it. There's even like probably like $100 bottles. I'm just like, would I spend $100 on a bottle?
I wouldn't. Not for that. I'm not too much of a drinking connoisseur to do that, something like that.
Well, we don't have Spotify money, so that's why.
I guess. You know what I mean?
If
Like,
we had
God damn it.
Spotify money or top Twitch streamer money, then I'd be buying $100 bottles of whiskey. That's for sure.
See, I disagree, honestly, because I would not. I don't know, man. If I did have that kind of cash to buy it, I would be a little bit skeptical either way. I'd be like, $100 is a little steep. I mean, I can get drunk off this other 20 bottle.
All right, I'll stick with Smirnoff.
Yes.
Smirnoff strawberry.
Absolute. Fucking absolute vodka or something. God damn it. What was that? Was that like off-brand Captain Morgan's we used to get?
Emerald Nelson.
Same difference, bro.
He's not even a captain. He's just an admiral.
You know he's generic, but
Oh man.
but yeah, no, I don't think I would. It had, see, that when it comes to money, it has to be like specifics.
Okay.
Like, wouldn't you would obviously spend it's guitars. You would spend, how much would you spend for a guitar? Let's say.
I've always wanted a guitar that's like
Say it was signed by someone you love too.
Well, it doesn't even have to be signed by them, but it's a signature model.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you see the guitar there with the cutout and the like the flower rose prints or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that one. That's the basic model. They have that exact same model, but everything that you see is silver is actually gold, like gold plated.
Oh God.
And it's like, it has a little bit better pickups and stuff, but that one is like $5,000.
Would you?
I want to.
Oh my God.
But I would have to have the financial resources to do it.
No, the fact that you would is just crazy enough, though, man. Because like,
There has to be something to do with quality. Something.
and personal want, right? Because obviously I wouldn't pay $5,000 for a guitar.
But would you pay for an upgraded computer system that is $5,000?
Yeah, because I'm interested in it.
Okay,
but that's the thing though. Like, there's different people want different things.
Yeah,
therefore, they will
interests,
pay
Yeah.
an outrageous amount of money for shit.
How about shoes? You pay big money
Fuck
for
no,
shoes?
dude. Mine come from Walmart. $10.
And I got a discount.
10%.
That's
Fuck
hard work
Walmart.
right there.
I'm saying it right now before it gets any crazier.
Walmart is
The worst.
Well, I mean,
Sponsor me.
we need endorsement deals.
Oh man.
I'll
I
give
would-
away gift cards
I
for
know,
Walmart.
dude. I'll fucking do it, man. But no, I wouldn't. Not.
So if you pick between the two companies of Amazon and Walmart, what would you go with?
I'd rather go with Amazon. Mostly because they're progressive in a sense of like.
They drink Bud Light.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What do they do over at Amazon, man? Well, that's their thing. You gotta love it, dude. Maybe, who knows? But despite the Bud Light sponsorship to Amazon, but no, because like they're more in tune with like obviously the convenience.
Yeah.
You order online and it's on your doorstep or in your mailbox or whatever. It's like, oh, who wants to go to fucking Walmart? I don't want to go to fucking Walmart.
Right. You see somebody
then-
with a gun.
Dude. No, I guess not too extreme, but you always see those fucking idiots at Walmart. Just like, gonna cause a riot.
I can't reach the top. Can you help me? You don't want to deal with those fucking idiots. I don't.
I never did.
Right.
Man. But for some reason, they pay you to be nice. Not enough, though. Talking shit over here, even though.
If people don't know, he's an actual Walmart employee, so that's the whole point of this. That's what this is getting across to.
Dude, oh my god. They have no. Oh my god, it's just so bad. And I don't want to rant about it because I can go on for hours, so. Fuck that place.
Let me tell you about their fucking healthcare plan. That's for sure.
It's so bad.
They don't even give me Adderall.
Dude, that would be the best. Dude, if I could go over and just be like, hey, so I'm pretty tired. I wonder if I could get some Adderall.
Can I do it for Walmart? I need the Adderall for Walmart.
I work overnight. That's what's up.
Oh, you guys don't understand the struggle.
Oh.
That's some funny shit right there, man. Well, you
I
heard
know the place you work, man, is pretty nice. It's like a little old people home.
It's okay.
It keeps reminding me of like that time I used to entertain the old folks.
DJ over here, DJ Angel.
It was fun until my lady comes up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ooh,
wow, what's your name? What's your name? Who are you?
She was the best. Oh my god. And I think about it now, and if I wasn't super like if I didn't go in like high, I feel like I would have like humored her. I would have been like, let's go dance. Cause all old people want is just to be like
attention.
Yeah, they just want attention. They just want something to do and stuff. So I was like, I felt so bad just kind of like blowing her off, and then her friend's like, hey, come back here. He's trying to work. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on. It's crazy working at a retirement home / old people / rehabilitation center, because like you kind of see like the reverse cycle of life, like you see them, you see babies, you live with babies, and all of a sudden you grow up, and then all of a sudden you go back into this retirement home, and then you see them act like babies.
With diapers, with help, with need for eating,
can't walk, that are like trying to like I can like get a few steps in. I'm just like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like that's like the circle of life in there.
Dude, I can't wait to be old. Anyway,
I can't wait to be old. Somebody change me, change me right now.
The button's not working, dude. Oh my god, but in those terms though, like. I don't know, like, it's, like, in our generation, I feel like by the time we're old and stuff, we'll have technology to where we wouldn't...
I don't want a robot changing me.
Yeah,
probably.
I feel like it's kind of weird that a person's going out there
I know,
like...
right? Yeah, they give you attitude all the time. A robot isn't giving you attitude.
What's that? Wrinkly stuff. Those my balls. Stupid.
Like, do I have to wipe that? You do.
They kind of mix together now.
It's all molded into one shape.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. It'd be horrible. But I mean, like, I don't want to get rid of jobs, obviously. I mean, But with this world, I feel like it's gonna happen. Robots are going to take over, man.
But that's
It'll
not a
be
bad thing, okay?
It's not.
Like
It's
like
not.
again, like I work at an old folks home and I see people give people attitude because they do have to clean them and bathe them. And like, you know, the old people are like, "Oh, stop, or I don't want you to do this and not." But if it's a robot, like what are you going to do? Like the robot's got to do its
gotta
job.
do its job.
It's
right?
got a protocol. It knows what to do. It's like, "Okay, so if
See-
I got to wipe you, and this robot's going to wipe you no matter what." Like
It's gonna
what
do
are you going
it.
to do? Resist the
Right.
robot? You tell the robot you have bad parents? You can't tell the robot that. It doesn't care.
But no, I see it happening, and I'm excited for it. I'm all, dude. It's gonna be good. I would be annoyed if I had kids and they wouldn't put me in a retirement home at that point, man. I'd be like, hey.
Only if it was owned by robots.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't want to. No.
You don't want to put it like a 25-year-old to
Yeah,
that
no,
where you're
no.
just like,
Fuck no.
but then again, when you get older, like there's this one gentleman at my work who's older, and he like any woman that passes by is like, "Hey, honey," and he's like trying to get a hug.
I'll
And
still get hard.
you could touch me. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, dude, like, you need to calm down. Like, we're near a school. This is not good.
You gotta give it to him though, man. Even with the aging process, he still got the moves.
Yeah, what are you gonna do,
I mean,
right?
what are you gonna do? Just cancel an old man? You can't cancel old people. They
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Unless he like beats you, then that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But like, even then, I think they would kind of like feel sorry for them. They'd be like, he didn't know what he was doing. He's got Alzheimer's.
Now, see that? Then at that point, we're making excuses. At that point, why would we? What if he was? If you're saying what I'm saying, you're saying he's doing it intentionally, then we shouldn't make excuses.
Yeah.
He's doing it intentionally. But
Yeah.
if he had like a spaz and he accidentally was like, oh shit, then at that point I'd be like, all right, well he has a spaz. Obviously, I shouldn't say spaz. I think that's one of those derogatory words.
This is the woke podcast, dude. We drink Bud Light here. Stop it.
It's just wrapped with something else. This is Bud Light.
All
Just
right, yeah. All those are proper. They're not even whiskey. It's just Bud Lights and bottles that I just transferred.
Oh man.
That's some funny shit. But yeah, technology, I'm for it. Like we've talked about it a few times before too, like the fucking computer chip in our brain.
Don't get me started.
Get me
man.
too. I want to.
Oh my god. Yes. No, but like I get it. There are some downsides, and it usually comes from the older generation. I don't want to be that person, but like it's always like the older generation's like, I don't want some fucking chip in my head. It's like, all right. Then
Well, there's the fears.
Cause yeah, there's the fears. I get that. I'm totally okay with that. But I mean, like, without the people who like paved the way, like say like I was a test dummy and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, check it out. If it wasn't for if it does go back, sure, okay, my brain's fried, I'm dead, right? Fine. But if it does go well, look at me, I'm already ahead of everyone else and stuff. I mean, you hear it on some podcasts. They're like, oh shit, there's a fear of people like, oh, they're gonna track us, they're gonna change our mindset, they're going to make us think different thoughts, they're going to make us believe what they want to believe, or we can think for ourselves. This is all a possibility because obviously our government kind of sucks about this, but we could possibly think positive and be like, oh, we have stuff we can do, we can think faster, we can do stuff more, we're more mobile, I don't even know.
What if it does like enhance our like our physical features as well too?
But
like
see,
it all
okay,
comes from the brain. Everything comes from the brain.
That's true. And it starts with that. Maybe, sure, okay, we can not do the chip, but what about cybernetics? Would you get like a robot arm?
Yeah, dude, I need
He's
to
like,
jack off more. It's hard enough as it is getting older.
That's a whole different thing. Those are sex dolls, bro. All right, that's happening. Have you seen that shit?
That is
Man in Japan marries his sex doll. Dude, it's so weird though, man. Cause like, I don't know, man. If that's what people want to get married to, fine. Ex machina that shit. But still, dude, so scary to think about. Like, would we be more diverse if robot AI started to, I guess, start to take over? Would you let it?
I would
Say if it was pretty nice.
Okay, yeah. If it's bettering our society as people, I would let robots do their thing.
Okay.
Like, it's literally like, okay, we're making sure we're a better society. You know, we help, we give people more knowledge, like whatever the case may be, as long as it's a helping hazard, like not a helping hazard, but like
something who helps us progress through our own lives and stuff.
Correct.
Makes it easier to live life and stuff. And I'm totally in. I could do that. But there's also that fear of like robots gonna take over the world. We've all seen iRobot, Will Smith.
Yeah, right. Will Smith. All right, we're talking about you.
Oh man, but no, but obviously that shit would kind of suck. I mean, I don't know, the video game Detroit Become Human kind of has that aspect where they're racist against the robots. They're like, I read one of the references, like they took our jobs and shit like that. But it's kind of like, hey, robots could do that. Robots can take our jobs, robots. But then that's on us. That's on us as a human race to try to help each other at that point.
Yeah,
because
to be better or something.
Yeah, to be better and to help each other out in terms of like financially, food, shelter, stuff like that. But I mean,
so that we can take the time to do other things, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to like
focus on stuff you want.
Yeah, stuff that I'm good at, that I can get better at. But then the concept of the 9 to 5 comes in, and that hinders that a little bit, slows it down. But then that brings in, like, you know, oh, are you just lazy? Can you not progress as a human doing all of these things?
It's not that you're lazy, though. That's the unfortunate thing. People are like, oh, you can't work a 9 to 5? That sucks. It's not that you're lazy. It's that you have other ambitions. You can do other stuff. There's a thing. There's a difference between just sitting around at home, smoking pot, doing whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But then there's some people that are like, oh, I can do stuff. I can do art. I can do technology. I could
even go
science.
hiking.
Yes. Even the outdoor stuff. Like even it's just personal. Yeah, you can do that stuff if we had the time.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
We don't. That is the shitty part about that, is we don't have time.
We don't have time.
Because it's harder because of the whole having to, you know, provide for yourself and stuff.
Dude.
That, I think that is the hardest. Like, I could only afford this place. I could afford the things I have is because I work for that stuff. But if I got a lot of it for free,
then you'd be able to help. You'd be able to help in other things. Maybe as if I see you as like, oh, you don't have to work. You can focus on your guitar work and bring guitar entertainment to the world, or even podcast entertainment or comedy entertainment. Doesn't matter. Or
even just the whole aspect of like social things. Like I work all the time, so we don't hang out as much. But if we could hang out more, we'd probably have more to like. We can actually like not have to worry about problems in the workplace. You're like, oh, work sucks. I can't talk to anybody at work. Like, everyone at work sucks. But if I can at least hang out with a friend and, you know, interact a little more, blow off some steam, then I would probably live a happier life.
We need more social interactions as human beings. They say, all right, you don't have to believe it, obviously, but they do say we do need more interaction with each other, because it seems like we're being pretty, you know, pulled apart, unfortunately.
And that's crazy in itself too. Like, what is social interaction, right? Like we can do it online, obviously, but there's not this. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
I don't think it is. I honestly don't think it's the same.
It's not the same. It could have good effects and positive effects on some people. Obviously, there's introverts out there who are like, I can't really do it all face to face and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll never be on your podcast face to face, but I can do it.
But let's
Skype.
Skype it. Let's Skype it or something. But like, I think there's a certain difference between like online and someone being right next to you. I don't want to sound like a Joe Rogan head or something like that, but it does have a difference. It does. It really does. But I mean, like, you just gotta hang out with people, man. You can't just be isolated. We punish people with isolation in prison sometimes, man.
Yeah,
I mean, like solitary and shit, man. Sure, it's fine in the first few days.
Yeah,
but
it's fine when you're in prison.
30 days, 40 days. How long can you take it before you start losing your mind?
Yeah, you kind of have to have like a very strong, developed mind to do that.
If you can, I applaud you.
Yeah, that would be hard as fuck. Like, I can't imagine just like being left alone in a room for 30 days with nothing
but your own inner thoughts.
Yeah,
maybe just yourself and shit. No, fuck no. I would not. I would try if I got the money for it, but
right.
Other than that, I would.
Bud Light, sponsor us right now. Sponsor this trial that we're trying to do.
Oh man, but yeah, no. I'm loving where this day and age is going. Actually,
How you
more positive.
would
than-
you want to have a smart car, like an electric car?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! I would love to have a car that would just drive me around everywhere, man.
Don't have to worry about
Yeah,
driving.
see, that's another time expense. You drive yourself around. Why would you drive yourself around when you could have someone else do it for you while you're doing whatever the fuck you want in the car?
In the car,
Quote
yeah.
unquote, whatever you want. But
In the car.
in the car. But I'm all in. But I mean, with this whole society thing, we're like, we like cars, we enjoy cars, rev 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 rev. So,
Come on,
I mean,
you saw
like-
Initial D.
Yeah,
you
I
know
saw it.
why?
Okay.
You know why we love that, okay?
Okay. I love the whole aspect and stuff, but with, yeah, no, I get it.
But
I
that's more
totally-
of the, but again, that's because they did it on their free time.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
didn't have to work driving every day.
Yes, they enjoyed doing what they did because they liked it, man.
Exactly.
It just goes back in a full circle, man. Damn it, shit.
Doing what you love.
You gotta. That's all I really want for people is to just enjoy what they're doing in life, because it seems like, sure, I don't know the percentage, so don't quote me on this, guys, but a lot.
Just throw a percentage out
I
there.
know, just the random percentage, 87% of us. A lot of us in the world are just kind of like robotic. We go to work, we go home, we eat, we go to sleep, repeat.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks because I mean, like, I'm hoping and I'm positive that a lot of people, if they did have the time, did find something positive to implement into the world.
Yeah, more meaningful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Instead of just, oh, I stocked jelly at Walmart and shit.
Yeah, for
So that-
8 hours.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It just, guys, I just want happiness for everyone. That's really all I want.
Do
for
your
people.
best out there, everyone.
Yeah, see, I couldn't have said it better myself. Just have fun, do your best, and have some friends.
There you go.
Please.
That's always the funnest part.
Dude, indeed it is. I mean, we are a human race. That's what I want to keep telling people. It's like, I don't give a shit about your like ethnicity or anything like that. We're humans. I don't care what the LGBT people say. I don't give a shit if you want to be a dolphin. We're all humans.
Yeah, we all do have a unity in some sort.
Cancel.
Like, even though there's so much diversity, it's still in a very unified kind of way.
Now that I mention it, guys, what's it called? You guys want to be diverse? Let's push for VR. Let's have a Ready Player One type deal. Then at that point, you could be whatever the fuck you want. All right, I don't give a shit in the virtual world as long as you acknowledge that you're human in the real world.
Okay.
Be whatever you want in the virtual world. Fine, whatever. Furry, animal, person.
You think that would
et cetera,
bring?
et cetera.
I don't know though. You think that would bring like weirdos that never leave the virtual world?
See, there's a thing. I mean, what are you going to do? You're gonna be like, hey, you're forced to go outside for an hour. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, man. I'm not gonna control every person in the world.
Because there is.
That seems like such a hard thing to do.
Because that's the fine line between it, right? Like, don't get me wrong, the virtual world is probably very exciting. You can do great things, but then we go to the other sense of just like, we live in a world that has so much diversity, and like nature is a thing. Like, it's crazy out there.
How can we not replicate it in the VR world for them?
I don't know if it would be the same kind of sense though. Like, would it be like feeling the sunlight? Like, you think that would be something they can replicate, even with like, and like going out, like waking up?
Maybe that's too far in. But yeah, no, I feel like there could be a sense of like, see, now it goes into like a Matrix thing. You're just in a pod with like fake sunlight, fake barbecue ribs.
Because I like that I'm a little fit and stuff, but I feel like in the virtual world I kind of lose all that ability because I'm just like, sitting down in it.
All right, so then at that point, that's your personal choice to want to get out of the virtual world to exercise, stay fit, et cetera, right? But other people, I mean, again, like I said, at that point, it's someone else's job to force everyone to go out and do that. Because say if I was that person who was like, I don't want to get out of the virtual world, I'm just gonna get fat, lazy, and stay inside all the time, and I don't care what you say, I'm just gonna be my virtual self, right?
Yeah.
And no matter what you said, no matter what you did, I don't want to move. Are you gonna at that point enforce me to do something? I mean, you can. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's all right. People do need to have exercise. They don't want to die early on or something like that. But still, it's a personal choice at that point. And if it
Okay.
doesn't become a personal choice, it's someone else's problem. And at that point, we got a government.
Well, I think that would be the case if like technology was that good. All right, if technology was as good as it can be, then we would go into a virtual world and experience everything we experience outside of the virtual world the same way.
That'd be sick.
Like to the T. Like if
Yeah.
we wanted to go rock climbing, you can do that in the virtual world and still feel the benefits of doing that in the virtual world.
That would be sick.
Because, I mean, we talked about it before, like the computer chip in your brain, right? And then it ends up being able to, like, enhance certain things. Like, you could think better. You could probably problem solve better and stuff like that. But what if it does to the same sense where, like, it replicates the same thing as, like, working out and stuff like that? Like,
That would be nice for the people who wouldn't want to do it in the first place.
because I think it all does come from the brain, right? Everything does. No
kind of
matter,
work around the brain. And
yeah,
stuff.
no matter everything you want to do, if you want to run faster, you have to have that mindset that you want to run constantly and then do it. And then your brain is like, okay, he's running more and he's doing it. Let's send all of those brain waves back to his muscles so that they start growing and stuff.
No, I see it. I mean, I can. Yeah, no, it all.
I think we're getting too deep.
No. This is too far in the future. This is too much.
Are you guys ready for the future? I don't know if you guys are.
I can't wait for the future. I'm super excited for that shit. I can't wait for VR. I can't wait for full body VR first of all, but more so like chips in the brain, augmented reality, and what's that? Cybernetics. I would love to have a fucking cybernetic arm. That'd be sick.
Just one.
Just the one, yeah.
Just
yeah,
to start
the-
off, you're just like,
yeah.
I'm on a payment plan right
Yeah,
now. I
yeah,
got to
just-
pay off this arm
That's-
before I can pay off this arm.
That's
And I think that's going to be a thing
it's
too.
gonna be a thing, man.
'Cause
It's gonna be a thing.
It's
It
so
really is.
expensive. Like, we'll
Oh,
give it to
dude.
you, but, we're going to have to charge you monthly payment. And if you're late on your payment, we're going to have to, like, charge you interest.
Dude, that's the best part, though, man. I mean, at least by that time, I hope, like, the whole other stuff happens. AI is already helping us with robotics,
Like
day-to-day life,
yeah.
and we get free time. The more free time we have, the better, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, then we'd have to find a way to pay for the cybernetics to our personal person.
See, and I don't know. I think that's weird, too, is, like, you can kind of get robots to do other people's jobs, but then you're like, okay, so say we both have robots, right? And then our robots go and do their job. Like, yours is stalking and mine's in the whole retirement home thing or whatever. But the robots have competition with other robots. They're just like this robot has to perform at its peak. If not, it loses its job. And then I just have a robot sitting at home all day with me because it can't do its job right.
I love where you're coming from, because
Isn't it going to be a competition with robots now?
all right. So where I'm getting at is, like, your robot does pretty much what you used to do in your own life and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying more like the robot does household chores, cleans up for you and stuff. Robots in, like, retail stores, they're retail store robots. Like, they work for Walmart.
All of them do the same.
Yeah, they all do the same. They all break down probably every once in a while. They all get repaired because of Walmart.
And everyone should get a
Retail.
base. If everyone.
See,
So if you have a robot doing your job, then you should get reimbursed
See-
for the job that the robot does, right?
what's it called? You're thinking like, oh, you send a robot to do your job and you get paid because of the robot. I'm saying, like, what's it called? Why pay someone else's robot to do your job when you could just buy your own robots and do the job there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want your fucking robot working in my Walmart. Why would I want your robot working in my Walmart when I could just buy 1,000 robots because I'm rich and just get them to work at my Walmart and not pay you at all? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So your robot's pretty much useless.
So at that point, it's more like a universal thing, right? So you're like,
Companies use robots. You have a personal robot that does stuff around the house, or, goes and grabs groceries for you or some stupid shit like
yeah,
that.
no matter what, it's like getting a check that says like the robot community made this much money. So we distribute the money evenly to everybody.
That's what I hope would happen. But people are so fucking greedy and selfish that instead of doing that, they're going to be like, oh, these are my robots. Give me all the money my robots made.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
so, no, you're not going to get a fucking payment for robot community and stuff. You're going to have to keep paying for your own robot to do your own stuff.
okay.
So basically what I'm saying is like companies will keep earning revenue and not have to pay a dime to anyone because they're all fucking robots.
And they're greedy and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So, because I mean, like, oh my god, I don't want to, I don't want to fucking pull it up, but like, you know how much money my fucking Walmart tries to make? I believe it's a week. It's supposed to make at least $3 million a week for one store,
One store's supposed to be making $3 million.
assumingly.
And it's probably based on the demographic of where they're at, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah. So that little Walmart area is supposed to make $3 million.
compared to a Walmart that's like in California that makes $8 million.
Yeah, yeah. Something.
A day.
It's all dependent and stuff.
Yeah.
Where's all that fucking money? I'm not gonna get that fucking money. None. We.
Well, you do, but in a very small percentage.
Really?
That's why
Oh,
you.
yeah,
That's
like
why
a
you get.
0.00001%. I mean, maybe even more O's, but fucking goddamn it, dude.
That's where it comes from. Yeah.
It just. I get it. Fine. You have to. What's it called? There's so much other people to pay. I get it. But it's so much money, man.
I know.
So much money.
And that gets to the point too. Is like if you have all this money, what do you do with all this money? Like Jeff Bezos obviously has enough money to last him for however long he wants to live.
And 13 lives after or something, right?
Yeah, and still can provide for a good majority of like the United States if he wanted to.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, if he wanted
That's
to,
an if.
he can just be like, "Oh, well, I'm giving charity," if he wanted to put it that way, to all of the Americans.
It's true, but there's also a mindset that I've been told, like there's a mindset like I made this money, why should I just give it away to people who are lazy? And I
Yeah.
get it. I totally understand. I mean, I wouldn't want to give like a whole bunch of money to someone who's just going to sit around and waste it. Do something with it. I
Yeah.
get it. I understand. But I mean, like, so much money. I just go back to so much money. I feel like in a personal sense, all right, guys, this is a personal sense. I feel like in a personal sense, I don't need any more than, let's say, $500,000.
You say that now.
I know. I say it now, but I mean, like, living in this like era of like I have to live almost paycheck to paycheck to just try to keep myself afloat. It's just kind of saddening to me. I
But
don't know
like
why.
that's the thing that kind of sucks is like if you did have this money, you would actually use it for things that you need to enhance your life, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, I'm a streamer. I have $500,000. I'm gonna buy a better computer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a better camera. Buy a better blah 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 to like enhance what you do in life. And then by the time you know it, you spent $500,000.
On everything that you needed and stuff, which is
Just-
kind of like what I
yeah.
feel like companies do. Sure, they make tons and tons of money, but they do have all those different aspects to go around and stuff.
Yeah, expenses, insurance policies.
It's so sad though, man. It just seems, oh man, underwhelming at some point, man. It's just like, I don't know. It's just so weird to me that, I mean, how much money would you think you'd need for your entire life?
That's
That's dependent, right?
I don't know. That's the thing though. Is like, if I live the life I live now, then yeah, maybe 500,000
Would last you at least,
until I was 40 or something, which isn't like in 6 years. But
because you know how to live in that mindset though.
yeah,
There's always these rich people and they're like, I need a rich
more money.
environment.
Yeah,
I need to live this rich lifestyle and stuff. And then I get it. Fine. No, that's cool. That's fine. That's on you. Cool. Perfect. But I mean, like, I don't really feel like I would go above and beyond to
that's the shitty part. Is like,
improve my own life like that.
like we have this mentality that we don't think we would do it, but you know the saying goes is like money changes people.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
you don't
dude.
think that would happen?
That would happen to me so hard. I'd be like, I got money.
Yeah, like I can
Yeah,
do whatever
fucking-
I want.
Yeah, I'd be spending on the dumbest things and shit.
I
like,
rented a whole
goddamn.
movie theater for a night. How much does that cost you? Oh, about a good 10,000.
Yeah, no, I that's why I say I don't disagree with you. I would lose my mind if I started getting that kind of cash.
Yeah.
I would. and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so much better than everyone else, because I would lose my mind. I'd be like, oh shit, $1 million.
The things
I
I could do.
The things I could do, fucking amazing, beautiful. Life is amazing. Anyway,
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
it's too much, man. It's especially when it comes to money. But in terms of like lifestyles, I think most people would be happy just to do what they like to do.
Yep. That's the truth.
That's what I feel like.
Like buy a $5,000 guitar.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. See, there you go, man. $5,000 guitar would be amazing.
That would be fun to buy.
I don't know though. I mean, see, damn it, dude. There's just so much to do out there in the world too. Like how, even if you did have all that time, would you still be able to prioritize everything in terms of like excluding sleep? Would you still be able to like get everything in order?
I don't know. Probably
Would
not.
you add more stuff to your list?
Yeah, like I love the concept of travel now. Like I would love to see more places and stuff.
I want to see the world too, man.
And
but
that-
I'm so lazy for
Yeah,
that
and
shit.
that's one of those things where it's just like, oh man, that takes time in itself too. Like, you know, like getting the ticket, buying the hotel, going to the place, what to see at this place. You don't even have enough time to go through the whole city, so you just go to like key points and stuff like that. Like,
See, I disagree, because like
That's
I
all
wouldn't
time.
do it. I wouldn't do the travel with a schedule. I would just do it for like go with the flow type of thing.
well, if you had the money, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, like, one of those days you're gonna get fucked up. I know for a fact that there's if I'm on vacation, one of those nights I'm gonna get fucked up. And
Just
then
like one.
yeah. Then the night after I'm gonna be like hungover and I'm not gonna want to do anything. And I'm like, well, free day. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. I don't like having a schedule. If I were to travel, I would just do what the day takes, where the day takes me and shit. Even if it doesn't get through all my stuff that I wanted to do,
Yeah.
I would just like Japan, like a scenario, just like Japan. I'd go to Japan, let's say for a weekend. I would like to visit. I think it's Mount Kilimanjaro. Is that in Japan? I have no idea. Guys, don't quote me. I would want to visit Super Mario or Nintendo Land, I think it's called. I can't remember what it's fucking
I
called.
thought that was in California.
No, there's one in Japan.
Okay.
And then what's it called? And visit a couple of the shrines that are out there,
Okay.
which would be sick. But in those terms, that's like a basic like overall what I want to do. But while I'm there, it's probably gonna be, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, shit happens.
Yeah,
and
go to an arcade.
yeah, something different.
Just street vending
it
or
would-
whatever the
Yeah,
case.
and it would still be a good experience because it doesn't matter. You're in a different country. Just have fun with it, man. That's just my point of view, though. That's what I would do.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you can have a plan in a bunch of aspects, but that plan can always be changed as you go through it.
And not to mention, like, what if something like unexpected happens too?
Tsunami. Tsunami, and then you're just like, oh god, I'm stuck here now. Oh, I got trapped in a tsunami.
God damn it! Yeah, no. See, like you don't know what's gonna happen because the world's always gone crazy. It's chaotic.
Yeah.
So that's why I say like a schedule when you won't be able to follow it to a T, unless if you were that rich to be able to follow it to a T. Hey, so speaking of rich, would you do that? Like, I don't know if this is still even a thing for SpaceX, but would you go on that rocket to go around the moon? I think it takes like 10 or 5 days or something like that.
Can you go around the moon?
He's like, I don't know. I guess it's meant for like more rich people and stuff, but you can take a rocket around the moon.
I don't think it's able to go around the moon yet.
Not yet. You don't think so?
I think it's like you can like go to a certain part of the atmosphere and then come back down. Like you're just like outskirts of Earth. And then
Oh,
come
okay.
back.
I see.
I don't think it's going around the moon
that would
yet.
be sick though.
I don't think so.
Dark side of the moon, guys. We'll find out.
And supposedly we don't even know what's back there.
Yeah. No one knows, man.
China base. Who knows? Actual aliens.
I supposedly it's so cold back there that I don't think they can put anything back there, right?
Well, I mean, maybe with advances in technology, but
You never know.
I mean, if we have rocket ships going like telescopes and stuff going past the Earth, like how have we not seen the dark side of the moon? You know, like
That's true, but I mean, like
the Earth, then like the moon, and then we send a probe or whatever, and it goes past the moon, and then you're just like taking pictures. They're like,
of
oh,
the dark side.
yeah, we're like we didn't use the flash. But I don't know why we haven't seen it yet, or seen something from there, even though we have orbits of like other like satellites and stuff that go around. Is it so far away that it's just like, oh, all the satellites and stuff are in between,
It's probably in between at that
so
point.
you can't
'cause-
see?
Yeah, no, it's like Earth, satellite, moon. So it's always in front of the moon and stuff. So you only see like the bright side that we
Yeah.
always see and stuff.
And then we have that other probe that went out there though, or that other satellite, the James Hubble telescope.
See, I don't know much about that.
That's way out there. Like that has like,
But it's sending us pictures in like what, years to come or something, or
Yeah,
is it
like-
like?
or of the past, I guess. Because if you,
Oh,
if you take pictures of it, it's stuff that's already happened.
technically, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so cool. It's so cool. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's another thing that might deter us from anything else. Is space travel. I don't know how far we are on that because I'm not smart about that. But would it be better to go out into space or into our own universe in terms of like virtual reality? What do you think? What would be better?
That's a good one. That is a good one. I think
We're going towards the virtual reality, just so you know,
more towards than space.
than space. No one wants to do that except for Elon and whoever, Elon convinces. And I've been convinced. I'd go to Mars. That'd be sick. But until something more prominent, positive, and reliable happens, I'm going to stick to the VR.
You're like, I can see that. Like understanding the introspection of us. That's a good one. That's crazy. I don't know. We obviously don't even know a lot about ourselves in that aspect either. Like if we get into like more of the science terms and stuff, like what's at the quantum level of our lives?
That's another thing.
The most smallest things in the world. How can we deal with that or know that? Like I always think about it all the time too, where I'm just like, technically right now in front of our faces, there's like millions of particles and atoms just
super small, just
that are right in front of us that we just can't see. And like we haven't even discovered that really to a point. Like we kind of have an idea of it and stuff, but it's not like.
See, let's call that like a third frontier, or maybe like even a fourth frontier, because I mean like we don't even know how to get small.
Yeah.
So I mean, to get small is just movie based.
I think that's the beauty of like animals and stuff like that, and insects and shit like that.
That's true.
Like
That's
they
true.
probably see something that we just don't
We
see.
just overshadow
That we can't,
horribly.
yeah.
Oh man.
I always freak out about birds and stuff. I'm just like birds are probably like more attuned with like ultraviolet rays and like gamma rays, and like just by flying in the air, and they see that stuff way different than we do.
That's so crazy, man.
I'm just like, is that even, how can you guys do that? Would we be able to do that? Can we do that?
That's what I'd see, and this goes back to the whole, if we had time, I'm sure there'd be more people to be interested in doing such things. But since we don't have that time, we're pretty much stuck in a big old loop of let's work for our government for money that we can't even spend on ourselves.
That takes forever to develop.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all in for AI. I'm all in for this because the more easier our lives get, the more time we get. And that's all I really, that's what I want for people. It's more time too. It's just time and happiness, bro.
That's true.
Because if we did have that time, can you imagine I guess I'm just spouting out nonsense at this point, but like a good big group of us does focus on subatomic stuff, quantum stuff. All right. A good portion of us focuses on VR stuff. A good, big, huge portion of us focuses on space stuff. We'd have more people on it if we had the time. I feel like I'd go into one of those. If you were to go into one of those three categories, which one would you do? If you had the time. Subatomic. I would go to subatomic. That'd be sick.
Yeah, just to get to know about the microverse or something smaller than us, or space. Space is always a good one too.
Right. But you never know. Unless if we change our ways and give more people time, there's no way we can stick to this. I feel like we're just gonna blow ourselves up and go back to the Bronze Age again.
The Bronze Age.
I think. I don't
Yeah.
know what
I don't know what order these ages were in.
No, Egypt.
No, it was like Stone Age,
Stone.
then the Bronze,
That's what I meant. Stone Age.
then the Iron, and then Industrial. metal or whatever. But I get what you're saying. Like, if you had more time to understand the life around you, because you took the time to understand it, it'd be a lot easier than doing the monotonous 9 to 5 where you're just like, I have to work. I don't think about the world around me because
you can't care about it. Yeah, exactly. You there's no time, so why would I care? That's how I feel right now. I don't have the time, so why do I care about space? Why do I care about the subatomic realm? I don't, because I don't have the time to care.
Yeah.
All I care about is to keep myself afloat with the food, water, and shelter that I pay the government to do.
And there's sometimes where, like, do you think that homeless people are just a little bit more independent, or they just got stuck in the system?
See, I don't know, man, because you sometimes hear, like, some homeless people like to be homeless.
I love homeless.
Yeah, I love to be homeless. But I mean,
do you
never
understand? It's like, do we understand that though? It's like, is that like a mental disorder because they want to be homeless, or they don't understand like living a full life, or they think that this isn't living a full life? Like, you're not doing what you want to do because you have to work for somebody.
Maybe. That's all dependent at that point. I feel like as I've grown up, I need to work to, stay, to at least do a little bit of something that I like to do.
And that's kind of sad to think about too, because I think that was instilled from our parents growing up.
Yeah, dude, it was. I mean,
you see that your parents had to work just to live the life they kind of wanted to live, which isn't even the life they wanted, but they did it anyways
because they had to. And then now here you are doing the same thing they've been doing for who knows how far back in generations, man. Can you imagine like one of your ancestors was rich? You can't, huh? I don't. Because you don't know. Yeah. I feel like there was one cowboy ancestor of mine that was like, yeehaw, I'm rich with gold. And then somewhere...
I'm the Caballero Jimenez.
Yeah. Then somewhere along the way, he lost contact with some part of family. We all separated. Now, here I am. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? It's a weird little concept to think about.
It does make me want to do one of those ancestry tests.
Fuck no,
just
dude.
To see. You're like, holy shit, I'm Jewish. Of course I was rich. I would have never guessed it.
Oh, I hate those things, man. I don't care what ancestry I come from.
Really?
Man. I don't.
What if you're like Asian? Wouldn't that be cool?
What am I gonna do with that knowledge? I mean,
what if you found past family members that your parents didn't tell you about?
They're dead.
No, like you have a second cousin that's like Japanese because your mom had like a slight Japanese in her or something.
See, what does that do for me though?
You never know. What if they are rich?
I'm gonna call them up and be like, "Hey, I'm 3/4 Japanese from your side of the family. Can I have fucking $1,000?"
Right.
I can't.
I only need 500,000. That's all.
My
I need.
Startup company. Fuck that. No, I don't think there's any positivity to doing that ancestry thing. To be honest, man, not for me at the least. I'm not too in tune with that stuff.
Yeah, like I don't care.
But I'm not gonna stop anyone else from doing it. Fine.
It's not like I don't care what race I am.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm human. That goes back to I'm human, man.
See that's equality right there, people. Not these Bud Light cans.
Spots me. Dude, I love it, man. Cause, dude, it's so weird, man. Cause like you see all these people are like, I'm 2% Cherokee. I'm Indian. I want my land back. Okay, but
you have a lot of land. What are you talking about? Your house is bigger than most of the land.
So I mean, like, yeah, I'm not really in tune with that. You would though, right?
I kind of want to try it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to see what's out there. Like, if I am more of a descendant of somewhere else and something else, like
Aztec, bro.
That's pretty much where the cards lead, unfortunately. Yeah. They're going to a Native American Mexican. That's where that's at.
That's still pretty cool, man. We all have our good like past selves and stuff. Yeah. Like we always see those pyramids in different parts of the world: Aztec, Egyptian, I can't even pronounce it.
Göbekli Temple.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if that's the same as the other ones, but And there's the things with the what are the Easter egg island thing?
Oh, those big heads. Yeah.
That's interesting.
They're all
okay, so that I'm interested in. I don't give a shit about, I don't give a shit about my personal past, but I do give a shit about like physical stuff like that. That's awesome.
So then this brings up, here comes the question then. It's like, did we do it?
That's
Or did aliens do
You're gonna
it?
make me go on a fucking rant, dude.
Did
I swear to God,
aliens make the pyramids?
at this point, you don't even. I want to find out. I mean, can you imagine? Have you ever seen that show, Ancient Apocalypse?
Yeah.
That show is awesome.
Yeah.
Recommended to everyone in the world out there.
Grand
But
Hancock.
yes, it's beautiful, man, because it just makes you think about why did, okay, I get it kind of, but why did we want a specific stopping point? Like, why did we want to believe like, oh, humans started such and so from this time and period, and that's where we start, right? Like some scientists are like, oh, this is where we start, this is where it all begins, and now we're finding out that we've been alive for
Way older.
ever.
Yeah.
And that's so cool to think about, because like they also mentioned the whole flood thing, right? Like different people from different places all around the world have some of the same stories,
Yeah.
and how can we not find any like relatability to that?
I think that's where the concept of space comes in too, because like if it's how it says it is, like in Ancient Apocalypse, how like we just keep resetting ourselves.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
That's
like that sucks. Is like, god damn it, we keep resetting ourselves. We never
We-
get past level
we-
50.
we get to that certain point, and then something fucking catastrophic happens, and we fuck it all up.
And then that's
Or not we, but you know,
yeah.
God
Well,
wants us to die.
and that's the question too, is like do we do it to ourselves, or is it happen actually
okay.
through nature?
So sometimes I feel like we do it to ourselves. Sometimes, like this time, I feel like we're gonna fuck ourselves over
Okay.
with our nuclear bombs
Putin.
and whatnot. Yes,
Putin.
yes.
Pooping.
That or it was ourselves, or it was something like nature related, like big space rock, like obviously the impact
Yeah.
that fucked us over one time, or maybe I don't know, like an ice age or something like that.
Because that's scary in itself.
Volcano.
Even
but
just a volcano. If a volcano erupted that was super badass and big, and just covers the whole like half of the world in ash, and then that means the sun doesn't get to hit us, and then that
Dude.
means it gets cold, and then that means that things start dying, and then you have to. It's like when you like burn something at your house, and you just have to open the window and let everything air out. It takes a little bit. It's not happening right away. You're like, oh my god, they got to air out the house. We're gonna die if we don't.
See, I feel like we can try to like save that scenario that happened. Like, what's the one that they think that might erupt soon? Is the one in Goldstone or
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Goldstone,
I
Yellowstone.
mean, Yellowstone, Goldstone, they're the same color scheme.
Like, if that one did erupt and stuff, like the one thing I feel like maybe, and I'm not a scientist or anything super smart, but I mean, we have wind turbines. Maybe we can into space and shit. All that ash and shit, just get it out of here.
That would be intense. I don't know how.
I don't know how it would work either, but
Yeah,
I'm just spouting out of my ass at this point. But in all terms, we're not doing anything to try to stop it, because you remember like what's it called? There's like a certain time period around the year that we pass by an asteroid field.
Yeah, supposedly we pass by it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that we don't have any protocol to do anything, like, is if there was a meteor to come to Earth, we're just gonna just let it happen. That's it. We're done.
Like, I mean, I think
I wish there was something like Elon Musk is developing like a super laser to take out like space stuff.
or if we can find out if it's coming farther, if it's far enough that we understand discovering it, then all of a sudden they're like, okay, we'll just like push it with the rocket, and then all of a sudden it just misses. Something like that. I get it. Like, that would be cool.
But you've just thought of another idea of how to protect us. But now we're not doing shit, dude.
But we would have to know in advance and stuff like that.
That's
like,
true.
Like,
That's true.
Like, who knows? Who knows how that shit would work? Like,
I know we're like super far apart anyway in the asteroid field. That like it's not really like small, compact like some of the movies show it to be. But still though.
Yeah, the way that I remember, so the asteroid stream or whatever it's called the Taurid meteor stream.
Yeah,
I remember them talking about it.
Oh my god.
But they described it as like Earth is just like a rock in like a in like the ocean that keeps bobbing up and down, or like a log where it's just like, oh, just missed it by an inch. Boop, boop, boop. We just missed it by an inch. It's like, how is that even possible? Like,
how does that not put fear into people's like hearts and stuff, man?
it's
Like one of those times, it's gonna hit us, and we're not gonna be prepared.
I think it's that is true. Like, it's so big of a concept. Like, people don't think it would happen, but like, you hear them explain it all the time. Like, the time period before different people, like Cleopatra is closer to the iPhone than she is of the pyramids.
That is,
But she's from the same era, like the whole Egyptian mythology and stuff like that. But she's never heard or seen or was even around when the pyramids were built.
that's so creepy.
But yet she was closer to the iPhone.
That's the creepiest thing, man. Oh my god. If something like that is fact, then who knows what we can do.
And that's scary. Like, we don't even know our own planet. Like, there's supposedly like underwater caves, right?
Atlantis.
Shit like that, right? I saw Black Panther too.
Dude,
I saw the Mayans and where they live now. Who knows? It's crazy.
No, I love that though, man, because that's true. We don't even know anything about our own oceans, let
Yeah.
alone wanting to go into space, virtual, or subatomic. See, there's another fucking frontier,
Yeah.
the ocean frontier.
The
Dude,
ocean.
it's just something else in our big book of stupid shit we can't get into because, we've all are time wasted, which is sad.
So
God damn, it just makes me sad to think about all this stuff and not be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, do you think it made us stupider? Like, we're stupider than we should have been? Like, should we be smarter as an intelligent human beings, like,
We should.
to know all this stuff already? Or is it really a time process where, oh, yeah, it's going to take you guys, like, 10 million years to understand?
Okay, so, yeah, no, I understand. I get that. It doesn't help that people don't want to see anyone else succeed.
Okay.
It's always like, oh, I made millions, but I'm not gonna share it with you or anything like that. Or, oh, I'm rich, or I'm self-centered, or I'm
For stuff
greedy.
like that, right?
Yeah, for stuff like that and stuff. Like, if, and yeah, this is all hypothetical and it doesn't really matter or anything. If these people were nice and wanted to see shit happen, they would distribute. They would give away. They would give back. And then from that point forward, we would see more people, like I said, more interested in stuff like space travel, ocean travel, subatomic travel, VR travel, whatever you like really have your sights set on. It's just that most of us are just repeating the same things over and over again. That it just doesn't matter in anyone's lives.
I can see that.
I feel like if I went to go talk to my dad about this, he'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
I gotta work tomorrow. I don't give a shit.
You're right. How do you think we get food?
Yeah. So I'm like, it's just saddening to see, like, we could be super advanced. We could be out there and shit. We could have already invented something nutritious and like easy to eat for everyone in the world. But instead we're like, oh, we need to make sure we're set as like a country. Like, oh, we need to make sure our people are fed no matter what happens. Even if it's just like, I mean, we obviously get shit imported and stuff like that, but I mean, like, if and this goes back to the human race, if we thought as a human race, we'd be so much more advanced. Like, say if we didn't have war, say if we didn't have people starving, say if we didn't have child labor, we'd be so much more advanced, because then we'd be focused on the things that could get us to type 3 civilization right now? Yeah.
Well, type 1, obviously.
We're not even type 1. See that? Come on, we're fucking up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like we can do better. We can do better as a human race.
And I love how they already have these concepts. There's like, yeah, we need to make it to a type 1, then we go type 2 to type 3, and then we're still at 0.
We're still 0, yes.
We're like, how do we get why are we at 0 still? We've been here long enough to know that there's different types. And why can't we go to these different types? We're still at 0 here.
It's so bad.
People that aren't smart don't know about the types.
Yeah, no, exactly. Dude, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. Jesus Christ. And then see, I could be talking about it, and we could be talking about it, and we're not super smart into the like whole science of it or anything like that, but we like to talk about it. We
Yeah.
like to be into like having that conversation. And
And we
shit,
have
and it's
like
oh,
we have like these ideas that maybe smart people have thought of, or maybe they haven't thought of. Like, I don't know, we were talking about like war and stuff, and it's like, oh, maybe war is gonna be fought with drones, or like, okay, here's my scary scenario. It was like, okay, everyone gets computer chips in their head, right? The whole world, and then all of a sudden you can be controlled by the government with your computer chip, right? So then it ends up being, hey, this is the best example I can think of. It ends up being like a StarCraft scenario. Because you know how when you play StarCraft, you start off with individually, you can use a big amount of the group. You're just like, okay, let me just drag and drop and get this whole army to go this way. Or you can micromanage where you get one at a time, and you end up doing like these splits and like world maneuvers and stuff like that.
That just makes me feel like there would be. Oh man, it makes me feel like we'd be controlled by a quote unquote gamer or something
Asian.
like that. Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like let's say hypothetically, Donald Trump is the one who's like on the computer, and we're all mind chipped to be in his army and shit like that, and he's like, "All you guys go attack this base in China." And we're just like do, and he's like, "Oh, all of them died. Gotta go make more."
When the other guy is like doing the same thing, but all of a sudden he knows about micromanagement, so he's like, okay, let me take the guy in the back and put him so he can heal up again.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's scary. That's fucking scary to me, man.
I feel like that's more of a possibility. Isn't there a game called like or a movie called Game Over or something with Batista, where they kind of do that same concept?
Game Over. Where if you die in the game, you die for real, or are you talking about like a whole
like controlling the soldiers individually, but you still can work them as a collective group?
I don't think I've seen that one.
I think there's a movie like that, but I'm not too sure. Anyone in the chat, if you guys can kind of help me out on there, if you guys know. Dude, I had queued up sex robots. I still have this queued up. Oh man, this guy's a weird.
How the conversation flows.
I know, right? But there has been like people that have dated or have married sex dolls.
Dude, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you. If we're gonna go back to that, it's gonna happen. People out there are gonna be like, "Oh, well, I can't get a real chick, but how about this chick who is super hot, does whatever I want, and doesn't complain?"
Well, I mean, if you look like that, I think you kind of do need a super chick.
Yeah.
My name's Dave Cat. I'm 37 years of age, and I can't live without my real doll.
That is weird though. Like okay, see, that's the thing is like you make up the interaction. You have to like think like she's thinking about me, she's touching me, she's making me feel happy.
For now,
but
until AI comes along and it's like, oh, I can have my own personality to attune to what you want.
But I still
can you imagine like can you imagine like real doll and she's like, "Hey, Angel, what are we gonna do today? We're gonna go walk the dog or something."
That's like that's like that movie. Remember the movie Her? Like the guy.
Yeah.
But it's an AI program in the wall. But whatever, he comes in and still makes him feel good about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. And what are you gonna? What are people gonna choose over a girl who
left me for a damn Instagram post? Yeah, who am I gonna choose after that, huh? Who do you think I would choose?
I'm telling you, man. That's a whole demographic of people right there, man. That's a whole demographic of people.
I think that's a lot of people that just seek companionship and seek like kind of.
But that just goes back to our like, we need social interaction.
Yeah.
We need it, and without it, this shit happens.
And in that kind of sense.
That's sad.
Look
at that guy. What a creep.
Right.
Love me. Oh my god. Her face even looks like she's being kidnapped.
Oh my god.
Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend. But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, she's my...
Okay, first of all, is this guy's name really that?
Dave Cat?
Dave Cat? That sounds like a username on Instagram or something. Hey, I'm Dave Cat 93. If that's his real name, there's already problems happening.
That's a problem right there,
but
man.
But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like,
And who's to blame here, huh? His parents?
Someone, right? Something happened in his life that he wanted this to happen to himself.
She's not awake right now because,
She's not awake right now.
Point where it's like, she's my wife. She's not awake right now.
She's not awake right now. I mean, how can you tell? I would have never noticed that she's still asleep.
Oh my God, she's so asleep.
Because, well, basically she kept hitting the snooze button, so it's just like...
She kept hitting the snooze button?
You mean you hit it for her?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what that meant.
Dude, there's just that
It's
time.
not even worth getting her out of bed at this point. The whole interaction on a day-to-day basis, along the lines of like getting her dressed, you know, brushing her hair, things of that nature, you know, it brings us closer together as a couple. I'd actually...
It's like, oh my God, why does that guy look like me in high school? Jesus
Interaction.
Christ. The wristband? I used to have one of those wristbands, dude.
You
along the
never
lines of, like,
outgrew it,
getting her
man.
Oh,
dressed,
man.
you know,
I'm going
brushing
to start combing my hair like that, dude. I got the ponytail for
her
it.
nature. You know, it brings us closer together as a couple.
I'm so scared.
Worn this necklace a lot.
Dulcie, I want you back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to live this life no more.
Oh, look at this is so scary. You're the best, dude. I swear to God.
Photo shoots are
Photo
something fun that
shoots.
we do. When I first was even thinking about getting a real doll, I was just like, okay, well, you know, the sex is going to be fantastic. But there's
Clearly.
also the whole concept of like taking photographs.
She can't say no.
My mother and I used to go down to downtown Detroit every weekend. While she was in various stores trying on clothes, I would actually be looking at the mannequins, and it kind of stemmed from there.
He walks up to him. He's
Back
like,
in
"Hey, baby."
1999,
So, like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's just like, he walks up to a mannequin. He's like, "Hey, baby, what's up? You want to come up with me?" And they don't say anything. He was like, "All right."
She said yes.
Yeah.
No response means some response.
All right.
Or you know what, that's the case too, is like the mom didn't really correct him. She's like, hey buddy, those are fake. You need to really get grounded
out
in
there.
real life and know that
Aw.
those are fake. Instead, your mom's like, oh, like, she really liked you.
Aw.
Oh, that's so cute. I can't believe that mannequin or that person really liked you. And then all of a sudden he gets this mentality.
He's like,
actually,
"Oh yeah." No.
my best friend Monty had actually tipped me off to a site that sold these lifelike mannequins.
If you're hanging out with a guy named Monty, there's some problems there, right? Isn't that like a card shark game or something? 3-card Monty? Like, you know something's fake.
Dude, that sucks for this guy, man. Jesus, I can only imagine how school went for this guy.
That were made out of silicone, so they were nice and soft. I was like, oh my god,
He doesn't even have a good laptop. What are you doing?
I've got to have one of these.
Look at him.
Most people find it soothing to live in a fantasy life, to fantasize, or even to daydream. It really becomes problematic when that becomes the predominant way that they live their life.
And that's what we were talking about just a while ago. What if, just like what he said, people like to be in an imaginative world, VR.
Yeah.
They're going to want to stay there if it's better than their real life. And that's in my case, I'd rather just be somewhere that I want to be instead of, you know, my 9 to 5.
That kind of seems weird to me.
You think so?
Yeah, like being in another like virtual reality that isn't real. I think it would be very weird because I can't.
What if that's the only thing people can enjoy though? Like, say we do stick with what we have now. Everyone, most 80. What was my percentage? 89.
87.
87% of the world.
Those are statistics, buddy.
Yeah, those are fakes. But all those people still have the 9 to 5 job and stuff, and all their free time they can spend doing something they really enjoy, even if it's just fake. I would, if I was still at working at fucking Walmart for till that time comes, I would go home and automatically, what's up, everybody? I'm here.
Okay, here's
out.
another cool thing then. If that was the case, you would want to be in that real world forever, right? Like more often than not being in the fake world. Like the VR world.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
want to be in it more because you're like, I enjoy the time here. It's more suitable for me. So what if it turns into the case where in the VR world, it actually manipulates time as well. So you live lives in the VR world.
Now we're going into some Matrix shit right there, man. Because, what is it called? If we can live lives in our VR world, we're pretty much a battery in a pod. Think about it. Like you know how in the Matrix, it's like, oh, we're a battery in a pod, but we're living a life of a human life.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. Like, oh, now Now all these people won't leave the virtual reality world, so now they're basically stuck there and living countless lives. Let's say we're pretty much putting ourselves in a simulation,
And I think that's
that's probably what happened to us, man. This is all a simulation.
Yeah, dude,
bro.
that's another one, right? That's so crazy. That what if we live in a simulation right now? Damn it! And I'm not even the fucking main character.
Neither am I.
I hated that. I hate that aspect.
We gotta go kick that guy's ass.
Right? Jesus Christ! Or just fuck up his game. Like, just be like, put me in your fucking main character slot. Pick me to be in there.
Please. Oh, man. See, you never know, man. You never know. But, I mean, it's just like such a weird concept to throw out there and stuff.
That's where the world gets like scary in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't even know if I'm living my life how I want to live it. Like, what if it's based off of the algorithm of a game that's like, yeah, well,
This is what you're supposed to do.
yeah, and
Good
it's
luck.
just like, what the fuck? Like, it's
Dude.
never gonna change. Like,
That's the concept of fate and destiny, right? You're destined to do this. You're fated to just walk the same path.
yeah, I guess. I mean, is that just like a fancy word for
You're a robot, bro.
simulation?
Dude.
You're like,
that-
oh, it's your fate to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
No, it's the simulation to.
Yes, see, you fucking understand, man. It is. It's just words to help us cope with what we're doing.
That's weird. That's kind of crazy. Damn it. I'm not even high on mushrooms right now, and this is fucking weird.
Oh, man, speaking of. No, I'm just.
I know, right? Let's go with that. Let's get that microdose going.
Man. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. You don't even know. Do you mind if we grab another one?
Yeah, go for it.
Jesus. I'll be right back.
He'll be back. Everybody.
Listen to the host.
We'll go listen to some more rantings with this fucking
Monty.
Yeah, Dave Cat and his friend Monty that told him all about this.
I gotta admit, me and my friends all thought it was kind of weird, you know, Dave Cat paying quite a sum of money for a real doll. But after he got her and the interest that he showed in her, it was kind of cool in a way.
Okay, so he had a friend say that this is actually kind of cool, which looks like he's ready to buy one as well.
To buy one himself, man. Look at him.
He's like, actually, I was kind of skeptical at first, but then it made him happy, and now I want to be
I
happy.
want to be happy too.
I'm not happy. Look at my Gundams in the back. How am I happy right now?
Oh, shit.
You're cool, man. Just go get a towel from the. Yeah, Derek. At least this wasn't fucking Monty. Yeah, but this is weird. This is, I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody out there thinking they can handle the VR world like this? I wouldn't be able to. Like.
See, because you're old. And I'm the same way, though. I mean, like, I feel like I would feel bad. I'd be like, shit, I'm spending all my time in this shitty-ass VR world when I could go out and enjoy life.
And that's the beauty thing about it too, is like I've discovered that over the years too, like that nervousness, that cold sweat, like interacting with other people. You're just like, oh my god, what if they don't like me? Like, what if it's not how I think it's gonna be? Yeah, that you feel those things.
That makes you know you're alive in a simulation.
I love that. I let me see if I can find it. There's a. Before we get back to Dave Cat over here. Let's see. This is like.
I don't know, though. That shit just creeps me the fuck out, too, man. I get it. Real girls. But, I mean, just having a fake girl like that. Super weird. But that's what's going to happen. There's a whole. I bet you there's like a good. Another fake percentage. 5% of the world that would do that.
This is probably the best I've ever, like, oh man, again, South Park, you guys are genius.
Dude,
man.
South Park is the best.
I cannot believe you guys are
They're
the
way ahead of their time.
Yeah, oh my god,
So ahead of their time.
100% with that. Like, this is the best scene ever that I've ever felt. Like, if I ever, like, even going through the breakup or whatever, or like getting sad or whatever, I always think of this episode.
Butters is the best character.
Look at that. Another tortured soul.
Another life of pain.
Hey, Raven, check it out.
Butters?
Oh. Hey, Stan.
What's the matter with you?
Well, my girlfriend broke up with me.
Did she step on your heart with stiletto shoes?
Yeah, sure does hurt.
That's cool. I guess you can join up with us if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the graveyard and write poems about death and how pointless life is.
No thanks. I love life.
Huh? But you just got dumped.
Well, yeah, and I'm sad. But at the same time, I'm really happy that something can make me feel that sad. It's like, it makes me feel alive, you know? It makes me feel human. The only way I can feel this sad now is if I felt something really good before. So I have to take the bad with the good. So I guess what I'm feeling is like a beautiful sadness. I guess that sounds stupid.
Oh.
Yeah. No, Butters, that doesn't sound stupid at all.
Well, thanks for offering to let me in your clique, guys. But to be honest, I'd rather be a crying little pussy than a faggy goth kid. We'll see you, Stan.
That is beautiful though. But like that, I love that.
No, oh man, he's got a point though.
Like,
even though they make fun of him and shit, he's got some good, like
yeah, just
boundaries on life and shit.
feeling, just being able to feel
dude.
stuff. It's
Oh
just
my
like
God, yeah.
that's a way of life. Like if you feel sad, that means there was something in your life that made you feel happy, and that's the counterbalance between those two.
Oh yeah.
So I love the whole concept of the yin and yang thing is like they're in sync together is because there's always good to the bad. There'll never be one better than the other.
And there's always a little bit of good in the bad, and there's always a little bit of bad in the
and
good.
it's always going to be the same. It's always going to be this goes good, this goes bad. It's never going to be one over the other.
Dude, they knew what they were saying. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I get it though. I mean, there's gonna be bad things, and well, you can do what Stan does and
Be a pussy little goth kid. Pussy little goth kid. I'm just like, I don't have to deal with that. I was that in high school. That's why I feel like it's like a reemergence of myself, because like, oh yeah, I did feel like a pussy little goth kid in high school.
Yeah. I won't even argue with that. But I like that. I do like that. It's very nice.
Yeah, that was
amazing. Butters, man.
But that again, if I ever feel sad or I ever feel lonely or I'm ever depressed, I'm always just like, that's the episode to watch again, because it shows that you can have the counterbalance between both of them.
Even though the raisins girl,
Yeah,
she didn't give a shit.
Right?
She says the same thing to everybody.
Hi, how's it going?
I love that, man.
Well, make sure to touch them so they're acknowledged.
I felt the same way. I went to Hooters once.
Yeah, that's just genius. Like, oh my God, you're all wearing tank tops? I am happy right now.
She put a heart on my receipt, man. It's special.
How does she not like me? That's it. $10 tip. Here it comes.
I like it. I love life.
That's
just like he says, man. It's just beautiful.
That is the beautiful part about it. And it's just getting over some stuff too. Like, man. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like, I mean, I'm again recently going through this breakup and stuff, and I still feel where I'm just like, oh man, I really wish I was different and everything was better, blah blah blah. But then, like, moments like this are like where it's just like, okay, whatever, it happened. We haven't talked in a while. We haven't hung out. It brings back the happiness and other things that we've done before. Like when we were reminiscing about like the fucking anime roast battles and stuff and all the pictures and stuff.
Shit, dude.
That was fun. Like it counteracted itself. Like, oh my God, there's the happy again. Look, it happens. That's how it goes. Like I can't get upset about it.
You can't, man. It's good. It's good because a lot of people out there they fall into a hole, man, and then they just don't know what to do with themselves, and then boom, instead of going to pussy little goth kid, they go into something too extreme, which I can't mention because that's actually a touchy subject to people.
But that's crazy to think about, that there is those levels of like depression and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, I feel like you're a strong person in itself, where you know that if you're depressed, your first sense isn't to go to medication. That's what weirds me out, is like, oh, I'm depressed. Maybe I just need to be hopped up on pills so I don't feel anything.
Ooh, is it really helping though when it just kind of like numbs you? I don't feel like it helps you if it numbs you, because once you get back into reality, you're like, oh right, this again.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's better to just take it head on. I feel, most people should just start taking it head on.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, then you're pilled up and shit.
Yeah, or you get stuck in a situation where you're just like, well, I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah.
It could be worse, but I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah,
but like you said, if you hit it head on and you're just like, okay, that shit hurt for like a couple months, but I still have 50 years of my life.
Yes.
Like there's still so much more aspect of my life that I shouldn't be upset that my 6-month sadness is going to overtrump my 50 years of
possibly happiness.
Yeah.
Possible happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
And sure, there's going to be possible negatives in the happiness.
I mean, there's 87% that it's going to be better, but
it's all based on you at that point. You got to make yourself happy.
That's so true. Like that's the beautiful part about that.
It all starts with you.
Starts with you, buddy.
And then at that point, you can help other people out,
Yeah.
which is cool. I mean, I like it. I mean, the more people you help out in the world, the more it's like a spider effect. You help someone out, maybe that's okay. This is the only thing, and I can't believe I'm saying something nice about Walmart, but fucking goddamn it, they're right about this. If they always say hi to everybody, because you never know what everyone's going through. You don't know what people are going through. You could be saying hi to someone who's having a great day, and boom, more great day.
Yeah.
You could be say hi to someone who's having a bad day, but with that one hi, they're like, oh, I was acknowledged.
Yeah.
And it turns into a better day. And then maybe with that better day, he's going to go say hi to someone else.
Yeah, or just have different aspects.
Yeah. And that's the only positive thing that I've learned from that fucking place, man. Fuck them.
They're like, God damn it.
Yeah, dude, I hate
your psychology is good, but your products suck.
I love it, dude. It's the only thing that I've learned that's actually right about shit. Say hi to people.
That makes sense. It does. Like I have this bad habit, which I shouldn't even say it's a bad habit, but if we look in the eyes during, like if I go to like Central or I like go to a food market or whatever, and like I see somebody like look eye contact with them, I'll be like, hey, like even just a little thing. Like if we didn't make eye contact, like we pass by each other and we both are looking at the opposite way, I get it, whatever. But if if I'm walking down the street and you look me in the eye and I see that I looked you in the eye, I'm going to acknowledge that
or vice versa.
That connection.
They'll acknowledge you, and then boom, you'll think about it for a bit. You're like, oh, what a nice person. I hope that guy has a great day.
Yeah.
Positivity promotes positivity.
Yeah.
But it's the same the other way too. Negativity promotes negativity.
That's crazy in itself. That's like one of those weird rules of the universe kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know how it's just
man.
if you're positive all the time, you bring positive vibes to you. Like that doesn't. I mean, maybe it might be true or not, but it's so hard to comprehend the whole thing. Like the whole concept of vision boards. Like, oh, yeah, if you make a vision board and you put all the stuff that you want on your vision board, eventually it'll come to you. Like, what does that eventually mean? Okay, say if I I have a vision board and then all of a sudden I got a nice house, I got like a cool guitar and like a little Lamborghini in there, and then all of a sudden like 10 years later I get a fucking Hot Wheels of a Lamborghini. Did I manifest that because of my damn vision board? Like, why did this happen? Like... If that's the case, then okay, I get it. I'm trying to make the universe listen to me, but is it that? Like, is it so much that it's a collective mind? Like, we're not like bees, I don't think. Like, we don't all listen to like one beehive kind of thing where it's just like we work for the queen and the queen tells us if we're doing good or bad, and we all have that same aspect or whatever. It's not like that. I don't feel it's like that. I feel like you kind of make that yourself.
You have your own thought process to where you're leading yourself to.
I would assume. I would hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, do you think that a vision board would help you achieve things that you want and have? But again,
I don't know. Maybe actually, if I saw it visually, maybe. But I'm more of the type of guy to like, I guess not force, but like hyper encourage myself to do something. Like if I was like, oh, by this time you'll make 3 friends, and maybe a vision board would help. Like, make 3 friends. it probably encouraged me to go out and be like, hey, want to be my friend?
Hey, what's up? Hey.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I don't know, maybe.
It's
I don't think we're a beehive mind though. I think we all have our own little worlds.
What if the bees have their own thing too? Like that's why they're so united and stuff.
Bee movie. No, just kidding. No, I get it. That'd be sick, but I mean, like, we don't know anything about. That's another thing. We don't know shit about animals or anything like that, man. Bees, insects, animals. What do they think? Like an ant could be like, I'm going through my day-to-day life working as a worker, but to us, we're like, you stupid ant.
Yeah, right. You do what I do. That's what you do, dog. You work at Walmart, dog. That's what you do over here taking rocks everywhere.
It's true. Oh, see, now that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh man, see, now I feel like an ant. Where's my giant human? They look down on me, man.
And what if that is the case? Like, what if the giant human is the universe, or in that aspect, like, what is that thing? Remember that episode of Rick and Morty where they end up finding that little universe thing or whatever?
Oh, where Rick makes a miniverse.
No, not the miniverse, but it's that cloud that follows Morty.
Oh, yeah, okay. The one that he tries to save from that assassin.
Yeah.
When they try to go to Blips and Chips. Yes. That's weird though, because he says he's a sentient being of pure energy, right? I mean, we could probably get to that point.
I mean, technically we kind of are, right? Like, if you think about it again, nature of the world and science and stuff starts with small things like atoms, protons, electrons, neutrons, and then it all builds together to what we are.
Okay. No. Oh, yes.
No.
No, you're yes. Yes. I meant to say yes, but no came out. All right. So yes, you're right. You know what would help that out though? The talk about death. If we found out what happens after death, we'd have so many questions answered, I feel. Because no one knows.
Yeah, no one knows.
No one wants to talk about
There's
it.
ideas and like speculations.
There's speculations, but still, even with those speculations and ideas, nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody. Like, even just bringing up the notation of death, people are like, ooh, that's kind of creepy and weird, man. But I mean, like, we need to talk about it. We do need to talk. I feel like in a personal sense, we need to talk about it. We need to see what happens. Because I mean, obviously we've had some of those tests where it's like, oh, we've X-rayed, not X-rayed, but I think it's like someone dying in a thermal like camera and stuff, and something comes out of it. I don't know if how true that is or anything like that, but it seems like something happens when you die. We just need to figure out what it is, because once we figure out what it is, then we could probably have so many answers.
Doesn't that bring like the question of like what is consciousness and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What is that intuition in your head, or what is that thought that you have?
Yes. And it's just that we need to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it. I feel like if we talked about it a little bit more, we'd have more people to be interested in trying to figure out what's going on in life. Wouldn't you?
I could see that.
I mean, look at you. You're like, I don't want to talk about death.
Like, I don't. Death to me is like, I don't know.
That's why I'm saying
that's the hardest part of like talking about.
That's why we have religion, to give us hope for something else. I mean, I'm not super religious, but I am pretty like, oh, maybe there is something that happens, reincarnation, maybe enlightenment, maybe you do just go into the ground and die, blackness, all done. But that's the worst part. Why think about it in a sense of like, oh, I'm gonna die, everything's gonna turn black, whatever I did in life wouldn't matter because I'm dead. But that's why we have a religion, that's why we have all this other stuff, that's why we have hope for something else, because we want something else to happen.
Yeah.
And without having that talk, we wouldn't be able to find out what's going to be happening.
And we don't know, technically we don't know what consciousness is, right? Like,
yeah, we don't know anything.
Like you can have the concept of like, oh, consciousness is like thinking on your own, or like being able to rationalize ideas, or like this feeling of life. But what's the difference between if they do consciousness between humans and consciousness between like plant life?
It
like,
could be similar, right?
Like the plant lives a whole life. Like it has to like make sure that it gets sunlight, water, and it ends up growing just like we do in a sense. Like, is that consciousness in a deeper level? Is it the consciousness in the same kind of aspect? Like
we don't know until we put more time into it. And that goes back to the time.
Right.
We need more time. But it would be cool though if we can figure out something, even if it's just like the smallest aspect of like, oh, because you always hear these people as like, I died for a little bit, I saw God, and how can we take their word on it if they don't have the proof for it?
That's a lot.
We're a species of prove it.
And there's always been different stories about that too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've had a near-death experience and I saw my auntie, or like I had a near-death experience and I saw myself in different lives.
Exactly. But how much can they prove it without having physical evidence?
Science, baby.
Yes, man. Yes. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man. We just need more time to put into all this, I guess you could say, nonsense. I like it though. If I had friends, and I'm including you, to talk about this with, I'm sure we'd have such great conversations.
I mean, it's crazy to think about, because you think about it and you're just like, what is, and that's what I love about like cartoons, or like different aspects of people's mental state of what they think about, like the Rick and Morty idea of multi-universes.
That would be sick.
That's like, is it? Could it be?
Dude,
like,
that
what
would
is?
be awesome, dude. But
like,
that would be sick. That would be awesome. Because I mean, like, oh man. Because if there was a multiverse out there and there was different yous living a different version of you, wouldn't that excite you in some way?
I would be excited.
I would be too, man. That's some pretty cool shit, man. But again, like, we need to talk about it more. There's so many things out there in the world that we don't like to talk about. I mean, the government hide shit from us, and that kind of sucks.
Right? Like actual shit. Like,
yeah.
Like I've heard that the government has technology. They have technology that's 20 years ahead of what we have all the time.
Yes. But they don't release it until they're like, oh, we can mass produce this now.
Yeah, we're okay.
Here. That kind of sucks.
And that's the whole concept of aliens again.
That's why I feel like they already have full body VR somewhere in fucking area 51. They have it. They have it ready. They have someone's consciousness in a virtual reality world right now. And we can't have it until 2032.
Until it gets commercialized.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like, we don't need this anymore. We found something better. Here you go.
I hate life.
Because I saw Joe Rogan where they were like looking at like the VR system, and it was patented in the 40s.
See, oh my God! And then they, I don't know if you saw, but they also tried to do a virtual boy for the 64. I think.
No, it was the Nintendo.
One of them.
Nintendo did it, right? Where you like, it's that stand that you look into while you play a video game.
That one, that was cool, interesting, but it was
a fail.
It wasn't as appealing to most people because it was just so.
Bend your neck. You're looking at the game like this. You're like, damn it, this is what my life is gonna be like in 2010.
Bulky and weird and shit. Yeah, no, that's the unfortunate thing.
But they did have it. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Fuck.
And like I said, what if it just ends up like a StarCraft scenario, where
that's something scary, man. If we all have chips and they were like,
they can control the chips.
Fight for U.S.
Right? Yeah. That blows me away in itself too.
Because I mean, like, there's tons of us. If all of us got a chip, I mean, there's like what, billions of people now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I don't even know why they would want us to go to war if they could just control us and be like, do this for your rest of your life and then die. that would be the best case scenario, man. Yeah, no, okay. I see what you go with. The chip.
The chip,
all starts
yeah.
with the chip. Let's just hope Elon's one of those, like, lenient rulers.
Yeah, right? I know, right? He's like, entertain me, fool. I'll decide if your head gets lost.
Oh man,
we're going back to sex robot for a while.
You know, Dave had paying quite a sum of money for a real doll, but after he got her and the interest that he showed in her, it was kind of cool in a way.
He's like, so Dave Cat actually let me fuck her, so it was actually kind of cool. I got a piece, and I was impressed.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
$300 for this? Of
Boom,
course.
Let's go.
Their relationship has grown.
Just
This
goes
will
to
be
show that
her
sex is the
anniversary
start.
present for our 10-year. I got these
10 years.
Fuck, dude. what the
10
hell?
years, dude.
matching wedding bands. They say synthetic love lasts forever on them.
When people are lonely, they
Wow.
often look toward alternative means to find relationships. That could be through a pet, sometimes even just going online. But there are really no substitutes for true human companionship.
But obviously that's not the case. Like,
But if-
this guy's doing it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like
If he's doing it, then I'm sure there's tons of people that would follow in his footsteps.
and I don't know. See, it's like, that's the thing is, like, did he put himself in the situation where, like, if a woman were to touch him and were to get intimate with him, would he still have the same sensation as he does with his doll?
Probably not. He'd be like, "Oh my god,
My God, I got a stiffy.
I already know she's a doll. It's not a situation where it's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna come to life one day. As long
Dude, that wristband pisses me off because I used to wear that wristband, dude. I hate it
used to
so
have one
much.
too, man. Don't worry.
it's not a situation where it's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna come to life one day. As long as you have at least 1 foot in reality, it's a perfectly normal thing, I think.
What is the 1 foot in reality, though?
I
Because you
know.
go to a 9 to 5? Is that your 1 foot in reality?
Does he go to 9 to 5?
I
Did he
would-
say that he did?
I think he has a
Well,
job.
sweetie, I'm heading over to the playhouse.
That doesn't.
I should be back about the usual time. She's cooped up in the apartment all the time, and I'd love to be able to take her places. I'll be back before you know it. Love you.
Holy
Hold down the phone,
shit!
okay?
Hey, what,
This
dude?
is the whole thing of like
Turns
oh,
off all the
there's a
lights.
doll.
No, I'm not paying no electrical bill for no woman, that's for sure. This just turns off all the lights.
Bye, baby. Dude, that's so creepy, man.
What Monty and I are gonna do is actually try to get some shopping in for the missus. It's obviously got to be stuff that she likes.
Is that Monty? A
I didn't
woman?
know Monty was a
Then
girl.
there's obviously the aspect of
Damn.
like, well, she.
Dude, all that means is Monty wants to fuck.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what
what
that
the
means. Get with Monty.
Threesome with the dog.
Heck yeah. If she suggested it, that's what she's looking for.
Wants of what I would want her to look good in. Some of this stuff is actually quite nice. What? Yeah, tie pins. And what could she use? You know, she's got a tie. That's the thing. She's worn it once.
She doesn't strike me as a type person.
Yeah, I'm a tie person. You know, and we don't want to be one of those couples that like dresses alike, because that's
Creepy.
yeah, to say the least.
Not that the sex doll's already creepy.
I mean,
Jeez.
tell you about it.
For Dave, I hope that he's happy no matter what he does.
Oh my God, that woman wants
That's
to
a-
fuck
that's
Dave
a, yeah,
so
dude,
bad.
That's a fucking. This
I just
guy-
want to be happy for Dave.
Oh my
When
god.
he's ready to progress into something different, it'll be there. But for right now, this is perfect.
You don't like these?
Progress into something different. Dave, I hope that he's happy.
This
no matter
next
what
one,
he does.
right here.
When he's ready to progress into something different, it'll be there. But
When he's ready to progress in something different, it'll be there. Like Monty?
Like Monty.
Monty's
That's
been
basically
there.
said-
for right now, this is perfect.
You don't like these? Come on.
I'm sorry. Does she have someplace in the office to be?
She likes the office style.
Why not just be naked all
Come
the
on,
time?
fuchsia or
What's with this clothes buying?
I know, right?
there you go. So you don't want to like buy a whole
She
bunch of
doesn't
stuff
leave the
that she's
house
already got.
anyway.
I know. Isn't that the ideal woman? You come home, she's
Yeah,
naked
she's-
already. You're just like, God, I love
I
it.
want her clothes.
I'm so weirded out right now.
Oh.
We only undress in the dark. Like what? Are the nipples that hard?
Yeah, exactly.
God, that's
I'm
terrible.
definitely excited about getting
Oh,
those
that's
clothes back.
creepy
I
shit.
think Monty and I managed to
man.
find some good stuff for him.
Dude, I'm still surprised Monty is a
sweetie.
girl.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking surprised. I thought Monty was a guy, a creepy ass guy that looks like
You'll
him.
be impressed.
I know.
She's gonna love them, I think. It's gonna be a new look, yet the same look, but I think she's really gonna approve of them. This, it's a shirt cardigan thing that just goes over you. Pair of glasses. Let's see how they look on you. They're transparent. I figured they can go with that choker that you got. That's also transparent.
It's normal for children to have a rich fantasy life, including imaginary
Who
friends.
probably calls them children.
But when it continues into adult life, that's when there is a problem.
That's all you get. So there you go. And you're welcome.
I cannot.
My name's Dave Cat, and I can't live without my real doll, Shidore. I
Shidore.
don't honestly think there'd be
Asian.
anything that an organic
Jesus.
lass could actually do to like draw me away from her. A psychologist is going to stop around to assess my life with Shidore.
Dude, I'm
But
gonna be
I've always
creeped out
been
if something like that was in
fascinated
my house.
with
Fuck
what
no.
a so-called professional would.
What do you mean?
Fuck, dude. At least it's not life size. Jesus.
I know that would be weird.
Like, can you imagine just like, I'm gonna do a podcast with Shidore?
Dude, you gave me an idea.
Fuck you. I'm gonna
put her over there.
So, how are you doing today? Dude, I've done a terrible thing.
Man,
Fuck,
that's
dude.
genius.
Oh my god.
You want context, guys? I'll give you context.
Oh, jeez, man.
This would be Shidore.
Shidore. Dave, some people would say that Chichon is a distraction. It kind of derails you from
Seeking an organic partner.
Yeah.
Half gay.
No.
I mean, I would be fascinated to learn why, I can't seem to find like an organic partner that's good for me.
Monty.
But
I know.
relationship with
Monty is
Sure.
right there.
Sure. Probably not.
Does this relationship provide security, a sense of comfort for you? Because I notice even in our conversations now, you're holding hands, there appears to be some degree of comfort there.
Yes, definitely.
Explain that to me.
After a long day of work or just interacting out and about, I just don't want to have to interact with other people's inconsistencies, really.
One of the core definitions of addiction
Don't be a goth
is
bitch.
engaging in a particular behavior
It's
or
true.
taking a particular substance to relieve pain. What's the pain here?
The pain, I would have to say, would be loneliness, really. I've been in relationships before, and they weren't true relationships, they were all affairs. I'm the sort of person that gets easily discouraged. So it's like after a while, it's just like, okay, you know what? I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this, and I'm wasting time and energy, so I need to find another route. When I meet new people, I don't really go out of my way to say, well, my partner is a doll.
The bottom line is that Dave Cat is pretty intimidated and frightened of pursuing an intimate relationship with a real person.
But I mean, come
there a
on, dude.
part-
What are you scared of? I mean, this is the great thing about like human interaction is like we're men, right? We have this man animalistic thing where it's just like the thrill of the hunt. Like, isn't that like? I mean, I don't want to make it a similar thing, but like, okay, when you go out, I've never really done it as much as like my grandpa and stuff, but going out there to go hunt and go find an animal, you have to like, collect yourself, be like ready for the experience, be like, okay, I can do this, I can do this.
Calm, ready.
And what's not to say finding a woman is kind of the same thing. Like,
Prowling in the night.
you don't want to be, I mean, obviously it's not a creep thing.
No.
But
No.
it is kind of like the adrenaline rush and like all the dopamine and all this stuff that is going in your head where you're just like, I can pull this chick or I can actually get with this woman.
I see what you're saying.
Like that, isn't that part of the human interaction as well? And once we start having smaller taints, we end up becoming something like this guy. Like we're just like, oh, I don't have those levels of testosterone. I don't have those levels of all these levels of like.
You're describing me, bro.
Yeah, like we're trying.
I'm getting there.
We're trying to get.
How much do these real dolls cost?
We're trying to get to this point where it's just like we can do this because it's in our human nature, because that's how our chemicals work. But if obviously what we've seen before is like, oh, we're losing testosterone, we're losing this ambition to be men and stuff. Like it's just like, well, obviously this is an alternative. Like this is easier to deal with than actually getting the rejection and stuff taken care of.
He said like, I don't like inconsistency. So basically it's just like, oh, I don't like how people are surprising or linear, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
At least with my sex doll here, I know what she's gonna do because I tell her to do it.
I tell her what I want.
I tell her what I want, how I want, because I want it.
And that brings me to another. You gotta love cartoons. Like, cartoons shape you and the person you are.
They say we'll remember cartoons more than we do our ancestors. Like, Mickey Mouse will be around forever. Boomhauer. You know, I'm saying, what is on the minute saying?
See if we find it. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the best.
Oh, oh shit! I think I know this.
Ain't no worries, little B. We're gonna get you back on track. You don't be talking about no secret dang on strong enough for man, but that was made for woman, you know?
There really is a secret to getting women? Please, I need to know. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I swear.
Hey, man, there ain't no joke about here, man. They don't talk about you gonna take no solemn oath, man. Talking about no little B.
I, Bobby Hill,
Now come across my dang old heart, talking about I played allegiance to you what, man?
do solemnly swear.
We should have given Bobby a pager. He might have become a drug dealer, but at least we would always know where he is.
Pagers.
Yeah, man, you just talking about an old dang old fishing magician, man. Talking about a dang old ta-da.
What are we doing at Shelwyn's? I thought you were gonna show me your lady secrets.
Okay.
Ladies for days.
Right. If you didn't learn anything from this episode, then I don't even know why King of the Hill was on the air. Like, this is a life lesson for men right now, okay? What are you, a creep? It's okay. They won't remember by tomorrow.
Hey, man, you just watch old B-Dog and you'll learn, man.
So true.
Well, pretty lady, one don't talk about it, maybe don't call you sometime.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey there, pretty lady, don't talk about it, I could give you a call sometime, man.
Oh, please.
Hello,
Hey, baby, you know I'm talking about look good on your feet. You know, look better on my bed. I'm talking about giving them digits, man.
Why don't you go home and take another cologne bath?
You just got blown off 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know, so?
So.
Ow, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, man, and maybe I don't show you something on size boom.
You don't work here.
Size
Get away from
boom.
my
Hey, that's Boomhauer's car. Yep, he always takes 2 spots.
It's like a man.
Yeah, man, check it out, man. I'm waiting under my dang old Palm Pilot.
Hey, baby.
But you got shot down by 23 women before you got that phone number.
Damn, 23.
So this is your big secret? You just ask every woman you see until one of them finally says yes?
Shut, man, you gonna tell my secret, man?
Man, there's still another 53 women in there.
Not including the people that came in and out. And
I'm pretty sure this is not the way I'm gonna find real love.
Oh, when you talking about a dang old love?
It's a good lesson there.
It's a really good lesson.
Good lesson for people that think they can't get with somebody. I don't think you try hard enough.
Not as Boomhauer.
Yeah, Boomhauer's the man.
You know, give me some size boom.
Give me size both.
Ew, you don't work here. Oh man, that's genius though. It's amazing. It's oh man, it's just so weird to think about though. Cause I mean, like, there's different steps of confidence to people. Cause I'm sure. Would you be able to go do that at some like random shopping mall?
See, that's where I'm at. Is like, I need to have that confidence because like I don't know what the women think. So this is a great thing. This is a great story. I did a show at the Dry Heat on I think it was on a Saturday, and then after it we're all like, hey, let's go to Sister Bar because they're gonna like one of the comedian you know, kind of how like we went to the Red Door and like all the comedians were there and the comedian
hanging out, having a good time.
even the DJ was like a friend with the comedians and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's the same thing that happened at Sisters, but in the night. So we end up going to Sisters and we just hang out or whatever. And I saw these two girls at the bar and like they were just chatting it up, but one of them was just like, you know, like moving around, dancing to the music. And the whole time in my head, I'm just like, Angel, you should go talk to her and ask her if she wants to dance. She obviously wants to dance because
she's sitting there with her
friend just like moving around.
I get that.
And that's just having the confidence to do it. And I pussied out.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is that like if I had the confidence like Boomhauer, I could have just been like, hey, pretty lady, let me get some boom in that on the dance floor. Who knows if she would have said yes or no? Like
it wouldn't have. In the end, it shouldn't have mattered if she does or doesn't because obviously you tried.
Yes,
that's all that matters.
You tried, and that's the beautiful thing too is that like a lot of women that I've dated before, they've always told me that they like a man that has confidence, and that's one of those confidence moves where it's just like, okay, this guy had enough I've been sitting here for 45 minutes, no one has come to talk to me, but this one guy comes up and he's like, all like, hey, do you want to dance?
That's already step one. Step one of the confidence. So it's like this guy came up.
Yeah, out of
maybe,
all of those
maybe
people.
I should hear him out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not 6 foot. Never mind.
Yeah, I know, right? Is his hair combed to the side? Yeah, no thanks. It's okay though. He had confidence.
Yeah, no. See, that's one out of that's one out of so many traits that these women want nowadays.
And that's.
I like it. I like it. I see what you're going with it, and I mean. Doesn't really matter to me, but if I could, I would try.
That's true. Like sometimes you just have to like think of it in a different sense. Like, come on, is it something that can be done? Can it not be done? I saw Boomhauer do it, even though it's just a show. It's still based off of real life.
Okay, you can't even say that. I don't even care if you're like, oh, it's just a cartoon. It's just all fake. It's like it teaches you pretty cool things, though, even if it's a cartoon. Look at her growing up. We've learned a lot from The Simpsons, South Park, King of the Hill. Maybe not like Family Guy or American Dad, but like a lot of those shows really just put shit into perspective.
Yeah, in a way that I think I would have probably never have learned from my parents.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Oh my God. It's so amazing. It's so cool. Life is great. Unless if you're living with a sex doll.
I know, right?
And then you got something going on. Wait, I'm going to call him up and be like, Monte.
Yeah, I hate that, like, I find all my perspectives from, like... This is a good one, too. Okay, this is great for cancel culture. Like, this episode is so good from Malcolm in the Middle.
What the hell are you doing?
I just thought I'd show this to the guys. You can explain why you've been fighting to keep this up at the store.
I wasn't fighting for it. I was just told to put it up on my boss.
You also added very vehemently that it's not so bad. Maybe you can explain to everyone here why this isn't racist.
First we pick their cotton, then we have to solve their moral dilemmas for them.
It's probably the saddest sight of all when racism impacts on white people.
How many white mothers and sons must be torn asunder before we learn our lessons?
It's bad enough we have to watch them dance at weddings.
Yeah, shaking their flat asses around.
Ba-boom!
I need your help. This is a completely offensive, false image of African American men.
You know what's really bothering you? You don't think I'm prejudiced. You're just mad that at work I don't have to obey you. And now that I'm getting older, you're losing more and more control over me every day. You can't stand that soon I'll be free.
He has a dream.
Sing it, my brother.
Preach, my brother.
Bothering you? It's that you know I'm right. You do have a code of ethics that you're trying to deny.
What do you know about ethics? Bringing this in here to embarrass me in front of Dad's friends? Did I tell Dad how you said sooner or later he'll realize he looks ridiculous and quit this stupid fight with the trash man? Did I? No, because no matter how mad I get, I always treat you with some level of decency.
I'll realize realize I look ridiculous?
Hal, that's not the point.
Stop this.
I don't know.
Damn,
I hate
dude.
that because you learn again. I've
You
learned
so much from things that.
You know, what was another great one that I love that we ended up watching together was Fresh Off the Boat.
Oh, that was amazing! Aren't they still going with the show, or is it over?
I don't remember. I haven't kept up with it.
I haven't either, but I mean, like.
But just like that aspect of an immigrant family from Asia, like that was so good seeing like the perspective of the kid who's like into rap music and stuff and just trying to embrace this culture. I was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Like I learned more from TV than I did from my fucking parents.
It's sad though, because I mean, like, even watching that show, Everybody Hates Chris, kind of gives me that same aspect too, man.
Yeah,
like,
right.
oh, how he grew up. Damn. Racist teachers.
Yeah. And look at him now. Look at who he's become.
Oh, he's great.
Chris Rock is dope. He actually came out with a special on Netflix, the Chris Rock, because of the whole Will Smith thing.
Oh yeah,
Have you checked it out?
No, I haven't checked it out.
It's okay. It's funny, but he did it live, and so there was actually a part where he kind of messed up on a joke or something, and he kind of acknowledges it, where he's just like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do it again then," and like that kind of.
It kills the joke.
Yeah,
I get it. At least he's out there doing it, man. I mean, like, goddamn.
I don't know why you don't do it yet.
That stage time, dude. That scares the shit out of me, man.
And it's always it's a growing process.
I admire that you can do it.
I still get nervous. I still
dude.
think.
Even so, you're up there trying, and that's admirable on its own, man. Because I mean, like, you see all these kids, they grow up in schools and they don't even want to go up in front of the class, let alone in front of a whole bunch of random people and shit, which shouldn't even matter. Because, like, if we put into the aspect of, like, Boomhauer's thing is like, oh, you bombed in front of a bunch of random people, they won't remember you tomorrow.
Yeah, 23 people, and let's see if they remember me tomorrow.
Maybe they will come back some other time, but they won't remember you and be like, oh, I remember. I either will remember this guy or, oh, that last time this guy was kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I still can't do it, man. It's just so weird.
I love how you have a respect for it, though.
I respect it a
That's
lot,
what's so cool,
man.
is like you see the hard work and the grind, and like even just if you can get a laugh, that's even if you don't get a laugh, you know, you still see it.
You still went up there and tried, and that's admirable to me. I'm like, fuck, dude. If I had that kind of confidence, I'd be somewhere else. So somewhere cool.
I would be.
I don't know, but the fact that you guys just go up and do that in front of people constantly, whether it be new jokes, old jokes, or just your general set, just it just brings joy to my eyes. I'm just like, damn.
That's cool to think about too. Is like I see it as like we're trying to do something that we enjoy. And that's where that comes from. Like, even you, dude, you do your streaming, and like you do it, even if some days you get like 10 views to another day you get like 50.
Oh, God.
You see those differences where you're just like, now I know why I did it, is because I have gotten that big amount before.
Been there before.
I've felt it, and I know it's possible.
See that? Oh man, I love that though, because I mean, I'm sure you feel so super amazing. You're just like, oh shit, I made the whole room laugh.
Yeah.
Compared to like, oh, I made a couple people laugh. Compared to, you suck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different feeling between every single one of them, and then, boom, you're in a whole euphoria state of, let's keep this going.
Yeah, you know you've done the best you can do and the worst you can, and that brings back the whole good and evil, the good vibes and the bad vibes.
You gotta take that bombing with the
uplifting,
the uplift laughter,
the good stuff.
Fuck yeah, that's the shit, man. Oh my God, I love it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's life, man. It's just crazy how I don't know, man. I don't know how you muster up that confidence to go on stage in front of like blasting lights and random people and be like, how about that airplane food? That's horrible, dude.
I know, right? Turns out peanuts survive more than humans.
Oh God.
All right, let's check this out. Let's check out the new hero. Life Weaver. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Check it out. It's a new healer and shit. So it's cool.
Press the attack!
A little care always helps.
Don't give up. This is our fight to win.
Being down just makes the comeback all the more exciting. Let's perk you up.
That's cool.
You're blossoming.
You have to charge it.
Lucky I was here, huh? My platform is here.
Wait, was that platform against the enemy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when the enemy Arisa did her ultimate, he pops the platform,
So it
which
doesn't
makes her go up, and everyone else just unsurrounds her on the bottom and stuff.
Okay.
So she wastes her ultimate in a sense.
Hand forward.
I like how they made it a metrosexual character.
I
too.
know.
He's like, I'm a man, but I don't care what I look like. Ha 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 ha.
They're trying to attune with it, man. And if you saw the other healer character, Kiriko, she's kind of the same way.
Okay.
Shall we do this together?
I'm into it.
Leave this to me. Life unbridled.
That's cool. I like that. That thing heals in a radius.
Oh, okay.
So as long as you're inside the radius, you get healed. Not a big amount, but it's pretty good enough to if you stay away from people.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly are.
Interesting.
It's sick. It's not half bad, especially for a new healer, since we haven't had a healer for a while.
Does Overwatch still have a whole lore around it like that? Like you know how they started off with like Bastion was a bad guy and then he got switched over because he just had like overgrowth. Like is it a big story still?
They do, but I don't follow it enough to know.
Me
exactly.
either. I don't know where it's at anymore.
And I don't either, unfortunately. I think the last thing that I saw, and this was like still Overwatch 1, it was when Winston and May go back. You should watch it because it's pretty cool. I think it's called I think just put Winston and May Overwatch comeback or something like that. It's actually a really cool little I don't know if you've seen it, but I recently just saw it and I was like, fuck dude, what the hell? And it's one of the coolest things in the world.
Rise and Shine?
I think it's that third one.
We Are With Us.
Let's see. Just scroll through it, through the middle or something.
To all agents of Overwatch, called upon a small
No,
group
that's
of
not it.
powers
It's
and
just the intro.
abilities that made
Is it Rise and Shine? Click on that one. Or maybe, yeah, that one. Recall? Is that what it's skip through? No, fuck, dude. I don't even know what it's called anymore. It's so much, I think it's... No, that's not it either. Fuck. It's a really cool one where, like, put Winston, May, and Tracer go and fight.
Alive?
No, not Alive. No, not that one. Fuck, it's not anywhere, huh? Really? God damn it.
Winston,
Here, hold on. I know someone sent it to me just a while ago and stuff. I know I could fucking...
Alright, well,
I know I could find it. Give me 1 second.
While we're looking it up, we'll watch this one. Because this is actually off of the second one, too.
Winston?
What's on your mind, May?
Do we have enough people for this mission?
Oh, that's the one.
as we
Oh my
stick
god, I
together,
can't believe. Yeah, that's the
we'll
one.
be fine.
That one's a good one.
This one?
Yeah, that one. You've seen that before then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Oh my god, I love this one.
Like reminiscing on the past.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful.
A good time.
Attention, this is your captain speaking. We are on final approach to Paris.
I love that they changed it to that Tracer's lesbian.
Your electronic
I'm like,
devices.
yeah, I'm down with that.
Chance of null sector invasion. Winston, clear as a spot to land. We'll be right behind you.
You better be.
It's shit like this that makes me want to play it.
I know, right?
Always.
But the people down there need help.
That's what I loved about StarCraft too, that they had a cinematic universe like this too.
Oh.
Yeah. Even though it's just like a basic game, you still had a lure and a story behind it.
For the different races and stuff,
Yeah.
let's say.
Bonjour, officer. We're here to help.
C'était un singe?
Well, that's racist.
Cancelled.
Good work, May.
Thanks. Watch your back.
He's so adorable.
Get the civilians to the ship.
You got it.
See, this is what we need, an Overwatch movie.
Oh, I know.
We don't need a Mario movie. We need an Overwatch
yeah,
movie.
Dude, that'd be sick. Oh, I would love to watch this. I'd pay anything.
That would be sick, yo.
Oh.
Take cover!
That's too intense.
I know, dude. Start a Patreon or something, man. I would love to watch a movie like this, man.
That would be sick.
Oh.
She needs help. We can't stay here.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, man.
Tracer.
Tears to my eye.
Get everyone out of here. I'll hold the line.
But you said to stick together.
Maze Bay.
Don't worry. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah, buddy. I'm a Tracer kind of fan, but hell, even a Pharaoh would do good for me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, buddy, there comes my character.
Dude. I love you, Genji.
He's so sick.
So badass.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
Get it? The cavalry? Because she says that in the game.
Oh my god.
And the new characters.
Yeah, there's new characters out there too, which is insane.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Interlock shields.
How are we going to
Too
stop
bad you
this
couldn't
thing.
do that in the real game.
That would be sick, though, right?
Yep.
May, your backpack.
Who knows if they're gonna implement something like that?
Trista, pause bomb. Here you go.
This is getting hot.
Ready.
Gives me chills. Oh my god.
Got it.
Woo!
That is beautiful.
That is amazing. That's the best.
You're like, that's why we did it. For the humans.
This last line he says, oh my god.
Ours, my friends.
Hi, Lena. Brigitte? Oh my gosh, you've grown. Oh, everyone, this is May. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Ah.
Good to have you on board.
Thank you.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
Didn't even show half the cast either, man.
I know, right? But then again, that's what it was about, right? Like Overwatch was like good
Disbanded,
guys and
yeah.
bad guys.
Yes, we are.
Dude, I'm gonna cry.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. Just,
Video games are the shit, dude. That's what I love so much about video games. It's
dude,
just
see,
like,
that's why I'm saying I'm all in with all like whatever anything new comes to pass, because you just never know what's gonna come
yeah,
from video games at the least.
and
I know these like progressive people are like, not progressive, some ladies are like, oh, why are you still playing video games? That's so childish and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What are you
like you don't
talking about?
understand the concept of a
Have
good
you ever-
video game.
Have you ever played a video game?
Look at what they did with The Last of Us.
Oh my god!
They literally
they turned it into a show, and look at how far the dude. Okay, so you're telling me the show is just super badass on its own?
Yeah,
it was a
right.
video game before that.
They had to get the source material from
Oh
somewhere.
my god, yes. And don't get me wrong, it seems pretty cool. I still haven't watched it, but regardless, still.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But so okay, this is another shitty part about this aspect is like, okay, Blizzard Entertainment, right, does Overwatch, and then Blizzard is in this controversy with like Americans and stuff because the Hearthstone, this is a while ago, but it still happened, was like the Hearthstone champion was from Hong Kong, and when he won the championship, his message was something about positivity, about don't let China oppress us. We want to be our own country. But half of the population that plays Overwatch is from China, or half of the people that play Hearthstone is from China. So Blizzard was like, okay, we better censor this message because we don't want to lose that revenue and that money from China because they play this game. But if we broadcast that message that the Hong Kong guy said about China, a bunch of Chinese people are probably going to get riled up and they're going to cancel our game. So now you get put in this sense of like, who do we appeal to? Do we appeal to the people that love this game, or do we appeal to the people that pay the most for this game?
It's either money or people.
And China,
I prefer if people would enjoy the game.
But they didn't do that. They
went with the money side because they wanted more money. Of course, that's human nature. People just want to be greedy.
But that's sad to think too, because now there's hundreds of people out there that are just maybe thousands, millions, whatever the case may be. There's people out there though that are now like, oh, I would never play a Blizzard game because they support China.
That's so fucked up. Just because of that. Oh my God. See this. You know what this fucking reminds me of, and it's so ridiculous. And I swear to God, I don't give what you think, man.
He's pointing at the camera.
Dude, out there. The Hogwarts shit. Have you ever heard the Hogwarts Legacy shit?
Well, I know about the game, but I don't know too much about
The
it.
stupid fucking. Okay, so apparently, you know the controversy between the community. I'm gonna call it the L community. El community. So I don't have to say LGBTQ plus. L community. They got angry, and this is a general sense. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. But they got angry at who's the person that makes Harry Potter?
Fucking.
What's her name? Her. Fucking.
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. Yeah.
Right. It's not J.R.R. Tolkien.
No.
That's almost. They're too similar sometimes.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
All right. The L community got pissed off from a tweet she said. I don't know, like hating on them or something like that.
Yeah, because she actually does believe that there's a difference between men and female.
I didn't look too much into it. All I know is that the L community is hating super hard on the game, and I'm gonna note the game has nothing to do with her or her books or anything like that. And they're hating on the game because if you play the game, you're basically against the L community because you side with J.K. Rowling, even though the game has nothing to do with her. She had nothing to do with it. Yeah, sure, she probably signed over some rights. She's like, oh yeah, you can use spells,
likeness,
magic, likeness.
Stuff, yeah.
Yes. But other than that, she had no like personal input into the game. Warner Brothers did. Warner's brother had made the game, all in, all that good stuff. Fine. But like they're like, what is it called? People are telling me it's like, oh hey, if you play that game, people are gonna cancel you. You're gonna be hated on this and that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Why do I
Did
care?
you play it?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. That game is fun. That game's cool. I like it. It's interesting. It's easy, unfortunately, but it gives you like a.
So it is like is the game kind of like Grand Theft Auto but for Hogwarts?
Not I guess not. I guess you could say that. It's like living your life as if you were a student in
Hogwarts. Yeah.
Yourself.
You do certain missions and
side
stuff.
quests, missions, and I mean, obviously, you don't have to follow the main mission. You could go off and do your own thing. There's dungeons, caves, whatever you want to do and stuff, and it's all based on how you want to play and stuff. And yeah, I guess you could say like GTA for Hogwarts and stuff, but I mean, again, it has nothing to do with her. Yet everyone is hating on it, and the people who don't want to be canceled and stuff, they're like, oh well, might as well just jump on this bandwagon and hate on Hogwarts, because dude, that game would have so much more viewership if they didn't do that, because right now it's like at less than 10k, maybe less than 5k even. Not many people watch that game just because of that fucking stupid controversy that she said blah 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 L community, and then they get pissed off. That's how it works in most things.
Yeah,
man.
that's
so
weird.
Sad. I still play it. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. I've enjoyed the hell out of it so far, but that's just me.
I think that it's
but
just
that's a personal preference.
Yeah,
I like
you see past like this narrow-mindedness of stuff. Like you're just like,
she said it. Now I'm gonna hate everything that she
associates her with.
Yes, and I hate that shit. It's like, oh, do you know about the game? Do you play video games? Do you even like video games? And they're like, I don't care. It's Hogwarts related, and J.K. Rowling's a bitch. And I'm like, all right, well, that's stupid. You're retarded, and you should probably get therapy, sir or madam. But either way, it's annoying. It's sad. It's such a bitch, man. It's a bitch and a half.
All right, this is kind of the same thing with comedy. So do you know the comic by the name of Bobby Lee?
Yeah, the Asian guy. What was that podcast he does with Is it Chris Stefano? No, it's not.
It's Andrew Santino.
Santino. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
he's
hilarious.
getting canceled for this.
I love him.
And this is kind of like one of those things where like I get it, but he's a comedian and he's doing comedy. He's doing jokes.
Let me try to approach this story delicately. Okay. Growing up, I was unfuckable. Right. I grew up in a Poway High School.
You grew up in a beautiful area.
It's like understandable. I get it.
San Diego.
And I graduated, and I just had coffee shop jobs. You know, no money.
I could see you with a broom in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
You know?
I made coffee too as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
Not
after you've been there for a couple months. But
but just not.
I could see you with the broom in the beginning.
Yeah,
man.
in the beginning I clean shit. Yeah.
And by the end, you're like the coffee guy.
Yeah.
No coffee for you.
Yeah. So what happened was I worked at this restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As a waiter, bro. I started off as a broom guy.
Yeah.
And then I got up, became a waiter, bro. And every Wednesdays, it was Tijuana Wednesdays. You know what that means?
Mexican?
No. No, dude. All the waiters, we take our tip money and go to Adelita. You know what Adelita is?
It's for a prostitute.
It's a prostitute. It's a brothel in Tijuana.
People love it there, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so,
do people ever think that do dumb people ever think that you're Mexican?
Anyway,
dumb people think I'm Asian, so I get it,
bro. Yes.
That's why I need this 23andMe to figure it out.
Because I was on Mad TV.
But which one is it? It's ridiculous, or the answer is yes?
Yes, they do think I'm Mexican.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I could easily see somebody, if you're driving by in a truck or something, you're going at least 35 miles an hour, I'm like, oh, there's a Mexican guy.
And I roll down my window and go, you go Raiders. And I do that, right? Hey, bro, what's happening?
Dude, you would be a good Mexican.
Hey, dude, what's happening? Yeah. So anyway, bro,
Nails
right?
it.
I one day went there with my crew, my waiter crew, and all this military was there. So all the women were taking up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Scary. When military dudes are around, you got to really chill out.
Right. Fuck. This is going to be a hard story to tell, man. I don't know if I can get around it. I'll try. You want me to try?
Yeah, I'll tell you one. I'll tell one after that.
All right, how about this, though? If I say this story and you think, honestly, if you think this is going to ruin me, will you cut it out?
Yes, I will.
You promise me?
Yes.
Why'd you roll your eyes, bro?
I think I was looking around the room really fast.
Right. So these are things that I don't know for a fact, but in back of Adelita, there used to be an alleyway, Hooker Alley.
Oh, yeah.
And so there used to be girls that were too fat to go into Adelita.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or women that, like, are virgins.
Oh, okay. Newbies, huh?
Newbies, right? So there was this, I was walking.
Prime, huh?
Right. So, I was walking down Hooker Alley, and there was a girl.
For what?
To get a girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were just
bananas or anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were just wandering around like you were fucking, you know.
No. No, I was like, and when you walk down Hooker Alley, because some of them are really old, they'll go, you know, Mister, they'll grab you. They go, Mister.
Mister, let me see the
cookie, right? And then you go,
what the
don't touch me, I'm an American, like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I will do that, right?
Hey, Mister, let me see the little yellow baby.
Yeah. But at the end, there was this girl.
Let me see the little pee-pee.
Yeah. There was a girl that she seemed scared.
Yeah.
That's the one I wanted.
Oh.
I took her to this place called Miami Hotel. It's grimy. It's got it's got those those yellow things that stick down, the sticky stuff to catch the flies.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
really?
It's got all those like pine cone air fresheners on the ceilings just dangling down.
Damn.
The floor was super sticky.
Yeah.
Right, and dark. And there was like a bulletproof glass, and they go, "You want a room?" And you go, "Yeah, how much?" $10, bro.
$10?
So you get $10.
Does it have a door on it or not?
There's no door. You don't know how they get in there.
How much for a door? Dude, I remember they used to have a motel by us, and you would pay, it was probably maybe $16 for the room, and it was $2 for the door, dude.
Really?
Yeah, and you had to
Dude,
get the
wow.
door. You could bring your own door, but it's the odds of it fitting. And they would purposely make it a different shape a little bit, like an inch off from like a basic door, you know, from your basic thoroughfare template, you know.
Yeah. This is shameful. So we go in there. They give you a condom, and
they give you a condom.
Yeah, but it's like Tijuana condom.
Right.
So it's gum.
Right.
Yeah, they chew gum.
So it's just some guy standing there like, I don't know.
Yeah.
maybe not. You know?
Yeah.
It's like a crossing guard. Like, okay,
Right.
no.
So then, we go into the dark room. I stick.
And how's the woman feeling? What is she wearing? Is she?
I don't really remember what she's wearing. I think she was wearing like a Hello Kitty shirt. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, then I'm not saying that that's sexually suggestive.
Yeah.
But first of all, why, for kids, you can't put them in something called Hello Kitty
She's
and
not a
not
kid.
expect perverts to show up.
This is
you
not
know?
a kid, man. This is an adult.
Good.
This is an adult. So don't say kid.
In the beginning, Nick, do you think it sounded like he was talking about a kid or an adult? Who?
I think he said girl, which is ambiguous, but
Okay.
Woman.
I'm glad
Fully grown woman, bro.
Good.
You get me?
Oh, it's all I get.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So then I stick the condom on, and we make, pure love.
Okay.
So now there's a crack in the window. So the curtains is closed, but the moon is bright that night,
yeah.
right? So it's shining through this crack.
And is it the new year or anything? Is it like
It's the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
You're right. So the crack, and you see the light, it hits her face, and I look at her face, and she's crying.
Oh.
Snot bubbles, the whole thing.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. So I feel bad. I'm a good guy, right? I
Yeah.
feel bad. So I do what any good guy would do. I start power fucking her.
Really?
Yeah. So because I want to get it over with.
Oh, I see. So you start more just having sex at a higher rate. Is that
Power.
what you mean?
You could say it that way.
Bro,
I say,
nobody's ever looked at you and been like, oh, yeah, that guy power fucks. Okay? Bro, you seem like a guy that has that more like mousetrap fucks. Like one.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that's it, dude.
Yeah. So then I come real quick. I put my clothes back on. I run out. I don't even say goodbye.
So yeah, there's controversy behind that because they make it seem that he was having sex with an underage woman, and they think that's a true story. Which, who knows? It might be, it might not be, whatever. But he's always told it in a joke form, and he's even come out before and said like, "This is a joke. This is I'm doing a joke." Like,
if he's come out with a joke and stuff, then why not just believe the guy? So, I don't even know. Okay, so he's a comedian.
Yeah.
He tells this as a joke, even though it might be possibly true. I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't sell Bobby short and be like, oh, you had sex with an underage girl, canceled. Kind of sucks. I'm more in tune to believe the guy said it's a woman. And, sometimes they just, don't. I don't know, man. It's weird.
So for 3 years, maybe even longer, comedian Bobby Lee has been going on different shows and bragging about going to Mexico and dating a 12-year-old girl.
Into the moonlight, and she was crying. Yeah, she was weeping like snot bubbles. Yeah. Just snot bubbles. God.
I'm not gonna play everything he said, but it is disgusting. And by the way, that interview with Bobby Lee was with another comedian, David Chow. And this leads into 2 points I want to make. One is one that I've been saying for a long time. Comedy, stand-up comedy, is full of white supremacy and toxic masculine behavior. So as a stand-up comedian, if you don't subscribe to that, you're not gonna make it. That's why you see a lot of men of color align with this kind of humor, because they protect each other. Like his buddy, Chris D'Elia, who people in the industry know he has done things against kids and even wrote an episode for him about him. But all these companies, all they did was take down the episode and not held him accountable. And if anybody goes, oh, you don't understand stand-up comedy, I've been doing it since I was 18 years old.
The Chris D'Elia shit kind of actually seems true, though.
yeah.
At least with the sense of Bobby Lee's just trying to be funny.
Yeah, in a joke sense, I think.
I feel.
Like,
I don't
it's
know.
comedy, some things work, some things don't.
Then I want to be that guy. It's like, What do you want me to side with? Because I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not friends with Bobby Lee. I'm not like super in tuned in his life. That's the unfortunate thing. It's not like I'm ever gonna be going up to him and be like,
"You did
fuck
wrong,
you, Bobby
Yeah,
Lee.
you did wrong, Bobby.
You're so fucked up." I mean, I'm never gonna meet the guy. Assuming I'm never gonna meet that guy. I mean, like, I think we put too much emphasis on little things we say.
I don't know. I thought that was weird that like, that's the thing about cancel culture now, is that like
the littlest things will get you canceled.
yeah,
which is
everyone's
sad.
just pretty much a goth pussy, right?
Yeah,
A goth little bitch right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. That makes sense. It makes sense, and it's just sad, man. Because like, you don't even need context anymore. Are you all I need, metaphorically or scenarially, all I need is for you to tell me that, let's say, Joe Rogan is a pedophile, and I'd be like, oh, okay, he's a pedophile. We're all in. That's it. That's all people in that L community need. All right? And then I with just the context of he's a pedophile, go over to someone else and I'm like, he's a pedophile. And he's like, oh, well, I guess we just hate him. Boom. Spider effect in a negative way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad. I mean, like, man, it's just, think for yourselves. Don't be sheep, please.
I know, and that's the thing too, is I think people do try to think for themselves, but they get influenced by other people, and that's where it turns into like.
See, that's it's. I'm not saying it's wrong to get like any interest in someone else or something like that, but I mean, like, look into it. If you're really that invested in it, look into it. Find out. Do something. Don't just take your friend's account. Find multiple accounts. We don't go to the doctor and they're like, you have cancer. I'm like, can I have a second opinion? You don't sit there and you're like, oh, I guess I have cancer. You try to find out. You try to do something about it, right?
Yeah.
You don't just sit there and like, well, I'm gonna die. That's it. We're a species of, oh, let's find out. Let's figure this out. Let's do something about it. We don't just sit there and we're like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna die. That's it. It's over.
This is my life.
This is my life. That's not us. But it seems like that's what's happening. I don't want to be that kind of person, and I'm not going to be. And if that interests me to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to look more into what Bobby Lee is saying, I'm probably just gonna find more things of him just being a comic.
Yeah. And
I'm like, he's just being a comic. Ha ha. Done. Moving on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's funny that you said that too, because like I hate that might be the fact, but then okay, like, what is being a comic, right? Like, what are some things that you do to like make yourself funny? What are things that you don't do so you don't seem like a creep or whatever? Like,
funny? Okay. Oh my God. To be funny is to make fun of things, everything. I want to say everything, because at that point, okay, so you were, have you ever seen, here's the thing, have you ever seen, I don't know if you watched the latest episode of Trigonometry?
I don't think so.
It's like with this lady who, what's it called, who interviewed someone on her podcast that is super into Nazi culture and all this other stuff. No?
I haven't seen it.
See, and then I can explain it in that sense then. Okay, so okay.
She's telling a story though, right?
Yeah, she's telling a story of a person that she had on her podcast and stuff. But it wouldn't make sense if you haven't heard it. How about, how would I explain this? It's so weird to explain. I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest with you.
Comedian.
Never mind, just forget about it.
All right, here's another sense. Like, okay, seeing Bobby Lee do stuff like this, do you think this is comedy or do you think this is him being weird? All right. Let me see if I can cue this up correctly.
Comedian Bobby Lee's career may be over. Let me rephrase that. His Hollywood career is over. Nobody in Hollywood will ever hire Bobby Lee again. He's done. Movies, TV shows, all done. All due to the fact that the most recent backlash and uproar of his Tijuana story has haunted him, now reaching the mainstream media. There's almost no turning back. Now, what's at stake currently for Bobby Lee is his stand-up comedy and his podcasting career, which have both taken taken hits. Now past videos have resurfaced once again, but you be the judge. I'll be showing you a series of video clips in which most likely the same TikTokers and Twitter accounts are gonna go after him, in addition to the Tijuana story that they already recently exposed. So the bleeding continues. Things are getting dicey. Now, for those who don't know yet, there's a new Netflix TV show called Beef, which is executive produced and
if you haven't seen that, you should see it. It's pretty good.
Is it really good?
Watching it, yeah.
Okay, so even with that, just see here, you should hear me out. But even just that intro and stuff, yeah, that does seem pretty creepy. You shouldn't be making other people uncomfortable just for the sake of comedy.
Of a laugh.
He shouldn't
Walking
do that.
Dead actor Steven Yeun, who by the way is a close friend of Bobby Lee. But because of the controversy that follows Bobby Lee everywhere he goes now, even Steven Yeun, his friend, couldn't cast him in this part. And their mutual friend, famous artist David Cho, was casted instead, and David Cho's got great.
Did you see that episode of Joe Rogan with David Cho?
I did. With that guy with the red face and everything,
Easy stories if you don't know about him. So even amongst his circle of friends, Bobby Lee is unhireable. They're afraid to touch him anywhere in Hollywood, especially Netflix. Movie producers, TV producers. Are the walls closing in on our dear Bobby Lee? I don't know. You let me know after watching this. Bobby Lee, you still got a job to do here. So roll the goddamn footage. Do it.
Yes, that was about your hair. Can we talk? What is it with the Addison Improv guys?
Ask me, please. Can I touch your legs? Because they're so nice.
Are there,
Don't touch mine.
Are there comedians?
Wow, bumpy. Real bumpy.
I didn't ask real questions, and this is what happens all the time. You can see Bobby
don't make
Lee.
me.
Just give me,
I don't know, man. It's.
And I have this, I just want to go for it, you know what I mean? And, just... It never works. It never...
I did come to see him once, and let me just tell you, the
the
clothes did come off.
I don't care. It's
do
America.
Do they always come off?
And I don't live in Trump's America. I live in my own America.
And
It's good to see you. I love it. I lived in Europe for a while. That's how we kiss.
That
is how you kiss. Yeah, that's how we kiss.
Did he lick
you? Feel good? You want me to do it again? What am I? What? Where are you going?
Do not kiss my ankle, my ankle bone.
I'm sorry, come back. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, everybody. Everything's fine. Come back. I won't assault you anymore.
No, I don't trust you. Why? Because I can see you jumping
a mile
on
away,
me,
and I see you right now. Come back to the seat. Come back to the seat. Come back to the seat. You're being so rude right now. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I apologize. My bad. I'm sorry. If you get up again, I swear to God, I'm never gonna come back here. Okay? Anyway, I have 3 cats and a dog, and God, those ankles are so appetizing.
Oh my God, that's got really.
I just want to.
For the sake of a joke, though.
This is the weirdest morning show I've ever done.
We have room in our.
Yeah.
It's called a love seat for a reason.
I love how the guy's like, come on.
He's like, I hate this bitch. I need you to just do this finally.
Put her in her place. Oh man, that's fucked
Listen,
up.
listen, guys.
Yes.
That's weird though.
That's the magic of that perfume, huh?
Lord, that's delicious. It's great.
Oh my God. He's leaving.
The series of video clips reminds me of former UFC fighter Rampage Jackson. I mean, yeah, Rampage's size makes it a bit more weird, but it's the setting that bothers me in both cases. These are basically women trying to do their jobs and be polite. They're not in a position to stop the show to call them out and set boundaries. Hell, even one of the reporters in the clip went so far as to tell him not to touch her legs, and he still does it. It's kind of gross as fuck. One time is bad enough, but the fact this is a pattern. Some people think that Bobby Lee got into comedy to get laid, but isn't that 95% of the reason anything gets done? And to be fair, so did all our favorite male musicians, but Bobby Lee's 1,000 of them, so thank them. And they're all sexual deviants. Bobby Lee plays like he's just a silly, non-threatening guy because he's so small, but it's easy to see that he uses that to try and creep on women. All these comedians are actually pretty shitty people who, without the art of stand-up, would be homeless, in prison, or dead. Bobby Lee clutching to the stereotype that Asian men are seen as non-threatening. Here's real talk. When you're an asshole, you're an asshole. But when a comic's an asshole, they are super funny, and you just a woke hater, B. Bobby Lee has that same Andy Dick energy, but I heard it both ways. I don't know, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think's gonna happen now to Bobby Lee's career and future in podcasting and stand-up? Comment down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like on your way out as well. But for now, I'll see y'all next time.
Interesting.
Yeah, see, that's what makes it so weird. Is like,
see that at that point we're drawing a line then.
For the joke, like how far does the joke have to go?
See, that's the unfortunate thing though. Like, see, okay, so as a comedian yourself and everything, you're like, all right, comedy should be funny. Comedy should be everything. Comedy should be this, that. If you put a line on yourself, aren't you basically just, I don't know, like, oh man, see, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, don't say it, dude. Just kidding.
I don't know how to explain it though. It's just, you're, all right. See, I can't even explain it because comedy should be funny against everything.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. All right. If we can't make comedy funny against, to, and for everything, then we're no better than the people who are putting boundaries on comedics like yourself. Let's say the L community on you, or you on Bobby Lee, and Bobby Lee on nobody because he's pretty much going as far as he can for the comedy.
Yeah, because he gets naked on stage.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say, like, doesn't he just show his dick somewhere at some point? Like, we can't say, oh, we don't have a line and then draw a line whenever we feel the need to. We should be like, oh, comedy is everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah. But man, see, the only other thing that I can combat with that is, I don't think you should make people uncomfortable with your comedy. That's kind of the weird thing. But at that point, if he was going up to me and doing that, I'd be having a great time. I'd be like, Bobby, I love you. You're the best.
I'll make out with you right now.
Let's go. All right, full French kiss. But I mean, like, that's just me compared to 1 billion people in the world and stuff. So I don't think we should draw a line. That's me personally. We shouldn't draw a line. We should. The Crystalia thing, yeah, sure, fine. I get it. Pedophilia is wrong. I get it. Don't fuck little kids.
Yeah, and I don't see Crystalia as that person, you know.
I don't see him as that person either.
He's not like Bobby Lee.
He's not. And I don't think so. After the whole like show, like the whole that controversy, I was like, ow. What? So it's kind of, that's me drawing a line at some point, and my line is drawn at don't fuck kids.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Don't do that. But I mean, like, Bobby Lee's just making adults feel uncomfortable. It's kind of funny to me. But these newscasters kind of suck anyway. So I mean,
I know, right? This is like the only excitement they get in their lives is when a comedian comes on.
I know, dude. But again, it's all just personal perspective at that point. My personal view on him is he's trying to find humanity's line. And my line is, like, let's see how far he takes it. Let's see how funny he can get before he's hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at? I don't even know if I'm making sense, to be honest with you. See, and then I don't want to be that person who's like, oh yeah, Bobby Lee's the best. He's so cool. We should never cancel him. He's just being funny.
He's just being himself. Yeah.
But I mean, like,
where's the line?
We did this to ourselves. We were trying to be the people who are. See, that's why sometimes on Kill Tony, I'm like, Kill Tony, dude, you're drawing a line for people. Tony's doing the line drawing.
Yeah.
Because you see sometimes he's like, oh, no, don't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
That wasn't funny. And you're like, you're drawing a line for us now? Like, who gets to decide where to draw the line at that point is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Do you get to? Or do we all personally get to? Because I find some shit hilarious that some other people would be like, you're fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, in a personal sense.
Yeah.
Like, you think it's funny because it's your type of humor. You're that person that thinks it's funny.
And then there's other people who...
It's offensive.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, like, at that point, I guess my final statement would be, it's a personal choice. It's a personal preference, and there's a personal line.
Yeah.
Because everyone's different. We don't want to be the same. That's what we're trying to avoid. Don't be the same. Don't be sheep.
And to be fair, don't you think like any of those women that were offended would have tried to cancel him during that time? Like they would have been like,
they should have spoken up or something.
Yeah.
Do something on the air. But instead, like he said, they're just trying to be nice and stuff. But I mean, if something makes you uncomfortable, speak up. don't be a fucking sheep. Don't. That's what I feel like they're doing. They're like, oh, I just want to keep my job and shit. But if something really makes you off, do something about it.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a little goth pussy.
Yeah. Even the newscaster guy was like.
Yeah, he was enjoying it like crazy.
So I mean, like, where's the line to people? Because his line is basically, oh yeah, just come on, do it.
Yeah, it was way past whatever.
And
the
then
other lady
her
was.
line was already way past her line and stuff. And you're
It's
like,
like,
you
I'm
can
not
tell,
dealing with
I'm
that,
not dealing with this. I'm out of here. So I mean, like, it's a personal preference. I want to say it's a personal preference, and I kind of like seeing those newscasters get. It was creepy of him, but I mean, I kind of find it funny. That's just a personal sense.
No, that makes sense. That's what's so crazy is that like you find
I'll be canceled tomorrow.
Yeah, these controversies and like these little things where you're just like, wait, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it could have been worse, or
Then-
like.
See, then the guy who made that video, he's probably overlooking it. He's just like, oh shit, he's going down the drain.
Yeah.
He's done. It's over for him.
And that's
Bobby
what-
Lee, don't do this to us.
And
or
that's what's
something
so
like
funny about people like this guy is like,
that. There's your line, bro.
or like, are you just jealous because you can't do something like that?
See, there's another aspect. That's a good aspect. That's a different one. It's like, oh, you can't do it, so maybe you're a little bit jealous.
Yeah, so you bring out the like these
You-
woke
yeah.
points or whatever,
Yeah,
like just to
so-
make people feel like, oh, it's more entitled that he can't do that stuff when it's like.
And then there's that line again, man. He drew it for himself. He was like, oh well, this is where I draw the line. Now I'm gonna hate on him.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. Again, it's a personal preference. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Because obviously, everyone in the world is like, I don't know who to side with. I probably should just side with the woke people on this one. And then you're like, oh shit, well, do whatever you want.
Right.
That's all it is to it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm getting canceled.
I know this is the one. Oh,
All right, I got a couple of these cue cards that just like bring up certain topics we can talk about. So let's see what we got here. What is something you really want to do before you die? Not get canceled, that's for sure.
I don't know, man. If I'm pretty old, I would want to get canceled. I'd be like 78 and shit. I'm like, hey,
You're like, I haven't been canceled yet. Cancel me now.
know, right? I don't know. Probably.
If you could do something you want to do before you die, what would it be?
I want to space travel, if that's even possible.
Space travel.
Yeah.
Not even travel.
No.
He's like, I don't give a shit if I travel to Europe.
Yeah.
I just care about space travel right now.
That's new, man. That's all awesome new. Because if that's the case, I'd go to the moon before I die. I don't think it might not be in my lifetime, but I would love to see it.
You'd love to see try.
What about you?
Get canceled.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do before I died. Like, yeah, probably see some new places. Obviously, space would be up there, but let me stick to a grounded sense first.
Yeah.
Let me see the pyramids first.
That'd be sick.
The pyramids, or
If
like
you could go inside them, that'd be sick.
yeah, or something that like has not been discovered yet. I wish I can discover it or see it, even
For
if
the first time.
Yeah,
for the
even if no
first
one
time.
believes me, I'll just be like, I saw it.
That would be awesome.
I know I've seen it before. What have you seen? Nothing.
That's cool.
Let's see, we got another one here. What would you rather be able to speak, wail or read babies' minds? What would you rather be able to speak, wail or read babies' minds?
Whale, because I feel like babies' minds are just like
Pretty simplistic.
yeah, super simplistic.
They're like bottle,
food,
bottle,
water. But yeah, super simplistic.
color.
Yeah, something stupid. Well, at least with whales, you could be like, well,
Holy shit, you guys mating now?
yeah. I guess you could see it that way, but they're like, what are you up to right now? It's like, I'm traveling the ocean or some shit.
I'm trying to
But
get
if
to
it's
the East Atlantis
yeah.
coast.
For what? Mating? I don't know, man. It just seems better to whale. I'd probably go with whale. What
Whale.
would you want to go with, babies?
I know, right? Babies are
Does
just
this
like
baby like me? Ew,
Right.
ugly man.
It's like, how old are you gonna be when you're 15? Babies just be thinking these questions.
What if they were though? Like, then in the baby's head, they're like, I wonder if I knew what.
I don't think they are.
No, I don't
they're,
either.
They're
but-
still developing a mind in that sense where they even know what it is.
Oh
like,
my god.
let me do space travel. Like, I don't think a baby's thinking of space travel right away. But a whale might be thinking of space travel. That's for sure.
Maybe not space travel, but like land travel.
Yeah.
He's all like, my Uncle Johnny got beached once. He's like,
I wonder if he's still
I know.
around.
Never saw him since.
We left him on the mid-Atlantic coast.
Yeah. Something stupid. Yeah, no. I probably whale.
Whale's the
Whale for
way
sure.
to go. All right, let's see what we
Those
got.
are cool. Where'd you get those?
I just ordered them online. If you had a theme song, what would it be and why?
Can I pick an existing theme song,
Yeah.
or is it just like I make it up on the spot?
Yeah, I think it would be existing. I would go with existing. What would be a theme song?
My existing theme song.
If you had a theme song, what would it be and why? I already know what mine is.
Oh man, that's a weird one. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with my favorite cartoon. Probably Ed, and Eddie theme song.
That would be your theme song?
Yeah, I'd probably go with that.
This would be my theme song. Oh no, this is horrible.
Kurt Angle's theme song.
Oh my god, what? This is my theme song. This is going on in my head. Every time I walk down somewhere, there's like, who's here?
That'd be so cool. That'd be amazing.
Oh, that's my theme song, everybody. If you didn't know, that was my theme song.
I love that.
All right, let's see what else. We got one more. Let's do this. What hobby would you get into if money and time weren't an issue?
What hobby I would get into? I think we were just talking about this, but I'll probably get into
VR.
Yeah, I'd go into the VR stuff, man. If I had the knowledge for it too, man, because that's also a factor. I'm not smart. So.
Oh, like knowing how it's programmed and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably go with VR stuff.
I think that would be cool.
Mm.
That'd be like one of those things where you're just like, now I get where these ones and zeros come from.
Yeah. Oh, programming, all that good computer shit. But no, I'm pretty dumb, so I can't really do that.
We're in the same boat, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right,
That'd be a good one.
All right, we got one more segment. We'll do rapid fire. You remember rapid fire?
Oh, I remember.
That's all he's gonna do. I'm gonna say one word, and you say the first thing that comes to your head. Okay?
All right.
Are you ready?
All right.
Are you ready?
All right.
Are you ready?
All right.
See, that's the first thing that comes to your head. All right, here we go. Music.
Doll.
Food.
Cajun.
Black.
Silver.
Car.
Vehicle.
Super.
Hero.
Native American.
Land.
Gold.
Rush.
Maze.
Runner.
Fast.
The Furious.
And drugs.
Oh, shrooms is the first one that came up to
You're
my
like,
head.
I've been thinking about those for a
Dude,
while
it's
now.
been a while now.
All right, that's rapid fire, everybody. Thank you. Thank you
That's a
very
cool
much.
little segment. I like that.
Yeah, been doing it for a while now. Yeah, rapid fire. That was rapid fire, everybody.
My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now.
All right, man. Well, we've been here for 3 hours, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ, really?
That was fun.
God, my rent is.
We did it. We
Same,
did it.
I'm
3
sorry.
hours. That was
Apologize.
fun. No, that was fun, dude.
Should've
We
fucking
talked about a
did it.
lot. We got a lot of things out. Let people know what life is. If you're struggling in life, go watch South Park.
I know.
You will see great moral values.
King of the Hill, South Park.
Jesus, Malcolm in the Middle. Just go
Oh.
watch that shit. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah.
This is MuseMeTV Angel. Where would you want these people to follow you if they wanted to follow you?
Nowhere.
He's
Nowhere
got a
online.
Twitch. He's
No,
got a
and
dope
it's a
Twitch.
lie. Don't listen to
Go
him.
follow him. rarefoxgaming.
It's
That's where it's
ridiculous.
at. It's on Twitch.
Stop promoting other people.
he's got an Instagram as well. Go see some game
Oh,
footage.
God.
Thank you guys for joining. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining. You guys are awesome.
Ni hao. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
guys are sweet. I'll see you later. Peace. Is that how you start? I don't know if that's how I started. But, I'm gonna end with the intro.
was banging so good, they'll say, hey,
We've done it all.